Wonderful.
As a matter of fact, I like to start the stream usually like 4 or 5 minutes before 11, actually. Fun fact. Hello there! Hello!
Welcome back.
It's me. Hello. The stream is live. How y'all doing today? Hi Dale. Hi Dallas. Hi Orange / Michael. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the pre-show, by the way, the segment of the stream where I chat with you. Not to wait 42 minutes. Are you playing Melvor Idol right now, Michael? What are you playing? That sounds like an idol game. I should know this one. I do have that, but not right now. What are you doing? Are you doing RuneScape? What is this? Everything upgrade tree? Okay, that sounds fun. I should play that. I'm a big fan of incremental games. That's actually fun fact. I do plan to make an incremental TTRPG. Later. Not now. This is the thing about working on a project. It's on the accursed platform. Which one? Not Ubisoft. Is it the games of the epic variety? Not a hiccup literally at the start of the stream. Hey everyone, how y'all doing? I'm Maxi. I'm your navigator for today. The stream showed the thumbnail for back when I read, or is it Origin? It's Origin, isn't it? When I read, Frankenstein. Oh, not on Roblox! Okay, alright, never mind. Alright. Yeah, maybe I don't have to play it. The song ended. It heard Roblox. It is the Bow Blocks. Shame. Anyways. Wait, what? I looked up Bow Blocks. Oh! I looked up Bow Blocks and the second answer is a result from the Simpsons wiki. Excuse me?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Roblox is a fictional online game appearing in the episode Game Done Changed. It is an obvious parody of the popular platform Roblox, according to simpsons.fandom.com/wiki. What episode is this? It is episode 738. Originally aired on December 4th, 2022. Jesus Christ. I wish I was playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure, but you know what? Here we are again. Maxi, you could be playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure at any time. You're right. You're right. Jolene, I'm gonna have to move you from the desk for now, okay? Jolene, forgive me. Long story short, by the way. Yeah, actually, I think I can probably find the figure actually. Band Presto Jolene. There you go. How much are you charging for this figure? $30? Heh. Fools. Perfect. Alright. Should I switch back to Melvor? Up to you. I literally checked on my Melvor character 2 seconds ago. And I have my full ancient armor set now. So I'm happy. Everything's good in the world. Also, it's 11 AM in sunny California. So let's dive right in at the count of 3, 2, 1. Boop. Hello everyone, it's me, Maxi, your navigator. Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I've been waiting for this.
The name is Maxi, my pronouns are they, them. Welcome. Today is going to be a very fun and interesting day. But first, my favorite segment of the stream, I got a deal on something. I'm a JoJo Bizarre Adventure girly. I found this Jolene, that is Jolene Kujo, Jotaro's daughter. I found this figure of her. She's literally like 10 inches tall. She's huge. 14 bucks. 14 bucks. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Or MSRP 40. It's pretty good. I got this figure and Blake was like, you could paint this character so that she has your color scheme, Maxi. I'm Jolene. It's true. I am Jolene. My finger also does that. It's true. My finger also does this, and my pants also do. I mean, truth be told, my pants do kind of be looking like this, actually. My pants do actually be kind of looking like this. Am I Jolene, fellas? Jolene. Anyways, how y'all doing today? I would like to begin today's stream by doing a formal apology to Michael / annoying orange fan 43 in chat. Yesterday, I was talking about Obsidian, the program that I switched to, and how people who use Obsidian, they get lost in the plugin sauce instead of making anything. You're taking what? Okay. Well, long story short, Michael recommended Excalidraw, a plugin for Obsidian. And it's really good. This is, I literally, I pasted all the images, I got all the little pieces out. This is how we're gonna play the demo for my game, Sadamon today. Originally I was gonna have the screen divided in half, and then like divided vertically, but I couldn't figure out a way to actually like move characters on the pseudo battlefield. Maxi, why haven't you made a spreadsheet version of this game, Maxi? Well, the game isn't out yet, brother. I will make a spreadsheet later. Dallas says, oh yeah, I should install the Slowpoke cursor you recommended. It's very good. When you recess an item, it becomes a ditto, which is very good. I very appreciate that. And sometimes it becomes a shiny Slowpoke. I think it's when you do text entry, actually. I believe if I do this, yeah, shiny Slowpoke. There you go. Nonetheless, the plan for today, I am going to be running through the demo. It is the first encounter of Lucilla versus Rolling Thunder Go Bruiser. I believe we're changing the name to Reckless Thunder or Reckless Bolt, but that really doesn't matter. It's just the name. God damn it, Michael. So that's the plan. I think we're gonna run through it perhaps once, perhaps twice, and after that, if I assume there will be time. This is not gonna be a 3-hour combat sequence. What is this, Dungeons and Dragons? Anyways, I really need to put chat somewhere, but it's fine. I'm going to run you through this entire demo. There we go. This is a good place to put you. I'm gonna run you through the demo. I'm gonna explain the rules of the game. And chat, you will be the ones making the choices today. Chat, today you will be deciding what moves Lucilla will use, and we will see if chat can defeat Go Bruiser. That being said, once that is done, I'm thinking that we'll probably make an encounter together and then playtest it. That seems like a fun way to go about it. We actually wrote some ideas for encounters. We could probably make Bapple today together. We did most of the deciding for Bapple, honestly. Now, I know that this looks like a mess. It looks like a lot, and that's because it is. But it's the unrefined part of a project where I'm not entirely sure where everything should go. Thankfully, I envision that, like, most of the playing will be done on like one sheet of paper that will have like the battle scene as you see it here. And it will have like the combat rules and references will all be like in one sheet, I think. That would definitely make things easy. But we can worry about how the game's gonna look later. Right now, today's all about playing. You're good. You're good, Orange. You're good. So how do we feel about running through the demo today, huh? So things that you need for running the demo, by the way, you really only need one dice, a D4. Once again, the biggest shout out in the world to Michael for introducing me to Excalibur. Namely that you can have embeds appear in the actual mind map, which means I can just literally have the Google Dice Roller up here. Which is kind of crazy. I could put the stream on this board if I wanted to. Which I don't. Other than that, Maxi, what are the things that I should really like care about, Maxi? This centerpiece is like the most important stuff. You know what, actually? Let me just... There's also a little laser pointer mode. Oh my god, look at that. Michael says, so how are we going to determine what move we use? I have decided that it depends on how many people we have. I don't think we have enough to make like polls. Make sense? Anarchy, if you pure anarchy, I do kind of like anarchy. I don't want to make it whoever says a letter first. You will notice, by the way, that moves do have a letter assigned to them. I'm gonna explain to you what all the things do. And then we'll just start running through it, you know? Simple as that. So, is there anything else? I do realize that I do this thing where I spend most of like the first 30 minutes catching up. When in reality I feel like we should like, you know, get to work, so... So are we taking turns anarchy? We'll see. I mean we could. I'm thinking of like I'm thinking of the logistics. That's the word I was looking for. That's real anarchy, not fake internet anarchy. There you go. I might legitimately just grab someone from chat and be like, what do we do this turn? And then just have them be like, do that. But so let me walk you through what's going on. So, in Sadamon, a creature collecting, creating, and battling game, the fighting system takes the form of a fighting game. This is what combat looks like. When you engage against a wild Sadamon, that wild Sadamon gains a fighting style. There's going to be a list of fighting styles based on the Sadamon's attributes and their element. Go Bruiser is a crush Sadamon and a bolt element, so Rolling Thunder is one of the options. Ask people to roll a d6 and whoever self-reports the highest wins the turn. Maybe. I like your idea because it leans towards fairness, but I don't want fairness. I just want speed. So let me walk you through what's over here. So as I mentioned over here, we do have a dice roller. We will be needing a dice roller for the CPU mechanism. As explained, this game is in fact soloable. So you know, this game is designed for you to be able to play it entirely by yourself. And let's look at the UI right now, by the way. So you will notice that there is, you know, much like in a fighting game, there's a health bar on the left side and a health bar on the right side. They have 20 bits. Yo, Kate's here. Hi, Kate. How you doing? Kate is demo day, Kate. Kate. See, the energy that I want is just a person comes in and I'm like, okay, say a letter between A, B, C, and D. 6 days. Let's go. Let's absolutely go, Kate. I'm so excited. So I want to make it clear that like it isn't that your Sadamon has 20 health. I might come up with a better like way to describe it, but essentially everyone has the same amount of health. It isn't like, well, can I stat my Sadamon so they have more health in battle? No. Everyone has the same amount of health. It is 20. The first to deal 20 damage to the opposing party wins the round. Every time you do a fight, it is the first to 2 rounds, by the way. It is the first to 2 rounds. You will notice that the field of battle is separated into 5 segments. There is 5 spaces in the field of battle, and as you engage in combat, you will be moving around. You might perhaps even switch sides. And underneath you will find the hype meter. The hype meter is made of 5 segments. It's supposed to be stars, but there weren't stars in this menu, so I just used diamonds / rumbi. And what else? There will be an icon representing the player and the opponent. Just to make things easier, the player is always on the left in position 2 out of 5. The opponent is in position 4 out of 5. This game will also feature player versus player combat. The rules are pretty much the same, minus the segment on the game plan system, which we will be explaining. Oh my god, which we'll be explaining shortly. What else? Let's go over this little stat block over here. So this is the Lucilla's stat block. Every Sadamon will have a stat block. Lucilla's name. It's a little photo. Every Sadamon has a type. Well, every stage 1 Sadamon has 1 type and 1 weakness. When they take up on their second stage, they will most likely gain another weakness and another type, but we'll get there. Lucilla's dust type, and it is weak to bolt. You will notice Rolling Thunder is in fact a bolt type fighting move, so it spells danger for Lucilla. This will be the beginner fight. This is essentially the tutorial fight in the game, and I think a bit of an uphill battle is good. I think losing against Gobruser would be good for some people. That being said, I don't expect a lot of people to lose, namely because Gobruser is its game plan is pretty silly. So here are Lucilla's stats. Every Sadamon has 4 passive stats and then a number of skills. Defense is usually for blocking blows. Evasion is for evading projectiles. Recovery is for how fast your Sadamon can get up after being knocked down. And speed is used for breaking priority ties. The letter grades go from F to triple S. And they have plus and minus versions. Now, Lucilla has 4 skills. Crush, which is the main one that matters for this, and a bunch of the other more. You will notice that it has a really good run stat. Unfortunately, this build of Lucilla does not make use of it. Don't worry, there will be a version of it that does, and the players will be like, holy crap, why weren't we using this version before? Every Sadamon has 4 moves. These moves have a priority, in parentheses, a name, a range, a clash that tells you what stats to check versus what stats, and damage. Normal damage is the first number, critical damage is the second number. Dealing critical damage gives you a little bit of extra damage, and when everyone has the same 20 health, it definitely makes a difference. Lucilla's form, I'll explain the moves in a second. Do not mind these little tokens, by the way, we'll worry about them later. I love that I angle them a little bit like they're actually tokens on like a table or something. And actually, can you bring to the front, by the way? Send to the front. There you go. Perfect. Now let's talk about the enemy fighting styles. Enemy fighting styles have, of course, a name. They come in 2 modes, chill and fiery. Chill is to represent fights against opponents that are perhaps weaker than you, or friendly fights. They have requirements, and it's a standard letter grade for attacking. The different fighting styles have unique stats to Sadamon. So Gobruser does not have these stats, but this fighting style gives Gobruser these stats. You will notice that defense and recovery are both D, while evasion and speed are D-. It means that when clashing against Lucilla, Lucilla will always outspeed Gobruser, because Lucilla's speed is D, and Gobruser is D-. Have you done demos by yourself yet calculated some results? I have run this by myself many times, and I ran it with Kitty multiple times. In fact, I ran a bunch before, and I ran the previous version of this by Kitty, and there was a lot of changes. But now, I ran it the last time with Kitty, and that's why I'm literally showing it today, because Kitty said that it was good to go. Each fighting style has a number of moves. This version of Gobruser has 3 moves, but the most important thing of them all, the thing that makes time travel possible, is the game plan. This game plan tells you what Gobruser is going to do and when. This version of Gobruser loves using Knuckle Sandwich. Each game plan has 8 to 12 spots. At the start of the enemy's turn, you will roll a d4, and at the d4, 2, the game plan value. That number tells you what the CPU is going to do. In this case, people who are good at math will realize that Gobruser's 1 through 4 is Knuckle Sandwich, which means that no matter what, Gobruser will open with Knuckle Sandwich. If you roll a 1 on the d4 3 times, it will use Knuckle Sandwich 3 times. Once the game plan always ends with doing a strong version of their finishing move, and then if it's at 8, it resets to 0 and you repeat. This game plan does not reset between rounds to make things spicy. So, is there anything else? Oh yeah, over here we have the turn order, by the way. Get excited for me to just walk you through this. It seems like a lot, but it really isn't a lot. This isn't any more complicated than a TCG. Initial high priority, but can you outspeed? We'll get there. We'll get there. Boop. Okay. So, you know what? I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. If you are interested in being asked to provide moves, raise your hand in chat, please, and then I'll literally just call out your name. I think. If you would like to play, raise your hand in chat. And I should probably put on a timer. Dallas's hand. Yo, hell yeah. Okay, Orange is in. Perfect. Dallas is in. Dale's probably playing GT, so I absolutely respect that. Alright, let's run with Dallas and Orange for now. So, I have run this demo multiple times, and I have in fact fine-tuned these moves to make the demo extra fun. Let me boot up Melvor. Running Melvor on the side of the stream is actually a pretty good choice. So let me walk you through the moves that Lucilla has. Lucilla has 4 moves, as do all trained Sadamon. Let's begin with the simplest moves. The moves with the little beginner's badge are basic moves. We call them normals. They don't have a type, and they're available to any Sadamon that has the stat labeled in there. Yeah, there's a Melvor 2 coming out. For some reason, the reason is that the original game came out 5 years ago, and I mean, like, people need money, so I get that. Let's talk about Uppercut. I mean, there's a correct answer here, I think. Are you sure about that? The number in parentheses is the priority. The higher the number, the faster you go. If you and your opponent have the same priority, it is resolved with a speed check. Whoever has the highest speed goes first. In case of a second tie, you just flip a coin. I don't expect it to happen often, by the way. Uppercut has a range 1. It checks your crush versus the enemy's recovery. It deals 3/4 damage. And on hit, it pushes 1. So, uppercut is a really fast counter move. It only hits the enemy if they're 1 tile away. And on hit, it pushes them 1 back. So for instance, if Goobrucer was here, Goobrucer would get pushed 1 unit back. It's a really good get off of me move. Hitting that A, Dallas wants to hit the mud ball. Let me explain the rest of the moves, and then we can start playing. Oh my god. I'm doing adventure mode on Melvor, so like I haven't cut a single tree because I don't have the money to afford that. But Maxi, you're already doing the volcano dungeon, Maxi. Yeah, so what? Why do I need why do I need cutting wood for? Since that was brought up Mud Ball, let's talk about Mud Ball. Mud Ball is range 2 to 3. It is an elemental move. Let's talk about elemental weaknesses real quick. If your opponent is weak to your element, you don't even bother checking the stats. You automatically do what is called an elemental crit. You deal the most damage, and you stun your opponent. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You don't even bother checking the rest of the stats. If the enemy is not weak, then you check the rest of it as normal. Thankfully, Goobrucer is not weak to dust. Goobrucer is weak to meta, so you don't have to worry about that. Mud Ball has a startup. A startup happens before you even check the ranges on your move. So before you check range, Mud Ball has you moving 1 step back. And on hit, you apply the status effect Stuck, which makes the next movement of the opponent -1. Next, we have the other dust move, Stone Club Swing. I will probably rename it to just Stone Club, perhaps. It is a range 1-2. It is a sweeping move. It is, again, dust. Dallas asks, so I presume you have ideas for tag mechanics in the works, but don't want to focus on them right now. I can explain tag mechanism right now if you would like. So the way that it works, this actually kind of weaves into how hype works. So you will be able to bring 2 Sadamon into every battle. You don't have to. You actually get more rewards if you only bring 1, but it's more dangerous, so that's the rub right there. If you bring 2 Sadamon into a fight, you can spend 1 hype to do an active tag. When you do an active tag, you pick a move that your other Sadamon has, and that Sadamon switches in doing that move. You essentially double the number of moves you have access to, but you spend 1 hype, which it's a bit of an expensive ask. But again, if you're about to be hit by a bolt move as Lucilla, you may want to switch. In the demo, you begin with only 1 Sadamon Lucilla, but as soon as you defeat Goobrucer, you will now have 2 Sadamon. My goal is to kind of introduce those mechanics kind of slowly to the player. But there's the rub, by the way. There will be, in fact, switching in and out. Maxi, what about computers who switch out? At this point, I don't have plans to create fighting styles where the opponent switches. It's a past ability, but we'll get there. I just don't know. I'm not 100% sure if the amount of work that would be required to create a mechanism like that would be worth the squeeze, instead of just making more interesting enemy battle plans. Nonetheless, moving on. The last move that Lucilla has is Bull Rush. It is a range 1 move, but it has the startup of moving forward 2. This move closes the distance super fast, but is not a fast move itself. There you go. So, with that in mind, Dallas, would you still like to hit Mud Ball? Would you still like to hit Goobrucer with Mud Ball? Now, in the full game, you'll be able to customize what abilities your Sadamon have. For the demo, I'm just giving you some pre-built Sadamon just to make things easy. So, Dallas has picked the move Mud Ball. I'm gonna put this icon over here so we know what we picked. So if we go as per the turn order, we pick a move. If you were playing against another player, you would both reveal your choices using a cool a cool, fun mechanism I have yet to explain to anyone because it's not necessary for you to know, but there's a very cool mechanism that I will explain eventually, not today. I have a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Okay, listen. My motives are very complex.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So in this phase, you and your opponent would reveal and then you would move on to priority, but because you're playing against a CPU, it's time for the game plan. Let me actually zoom in over here. There we go. So, leverless controller kart shooter coming to Kickstarter this fall. There you go. There you go. So I'm gonna roll to see what our opponent's game plan is. Of course, as we know, again, you may be thinking, well, Maxi, you don't have to roll because we know Good Bruiser's gonna do Knuckle Sandwich. You still gotta roll because it's gonna set up your next turns. So we're gonna roll. Good Bruiser's coming in with a 2. We're gonna edit this to read 2 out of 8. So, as I mentioned, Good Bruiser is currently sitting on game plan 2 out of 8, which means it's gonna do Knuckle Sandwich. Let's zoom out. And now on the next step, we do priority. Who gets to go first in this one? Well, Mudball is priority 3. Knuckle Sandwich. I should tell you what Knuckle Sandwich is, by the way. You'll be seeing a lot of Knuckle Sandwich. Knuckle Sandwich is a heavy move. It is literally a 1 speed. It is the slowest speed possible. It is range 1, but on startup, it moves forward 1. It also deals a really high amount of damage, and it has armor, which means it cannot be stunned by normal damage. Normally, in this game, if you take normal damage before your turn happens, you don't get a turn. You get stunned, your turn's over, we move on. Armor means that Go Bruiser would still be able to hit you. That being said, a speed of 1 is definitely slower than a speed of 3. So Lucilla gets to go first. So now, say again, we're over here. We did priority. The first player gets to do the resolution in order. First, there's startup. Lucilla has a startup trigger. Lucilla moves back 1. And now we check for ranges. Is our opponent 1, 2, 3 tiles away? You know it. The target is in range. Wait, Lucilla? What do you mean, Lucilla? Huh? Lucilla gets to go first. The higher the priority, the better it is. Were you acting under the assumption that the smaller number was better? Oh, you misread jab. Yeah, you thought, yeah, no. You see. Go Bruiser always opens with Knuckle Sandwich. That's the rub right there. Originally, jab was like underneath here, but I needed space. Again, it will be easier to read in the full release, but for now, Lucilla is in fact going first. And you're right, if Go Bruiser could somehow open with jab, then, it would just miss. Because you're literally, not within range. If it had always opened with jab, the thing about jab is that jab has no startup. Literally, like, jab goes the fastest, but it doesn't move. So, it wouldn't have hit you at all because you were not even range 1. Nonetheless, Go Bruiser is still within range. Phased movement, that's right. There is a trigger called reveal, where your Satamon moves as soon as the reveal happens. They are very rare because it essentially lets you overcome the entire priority system. There aren't any in the beta so far. So now we have done the range check. The opponent is within range. Is the opponent weak to our element? No. So now we get to do the stat check. It is our crush of D versus the opponent's evasion. Tatsugeki. So it is crush versus evasion. Thankfully, Go Bruiser has an evasion of D-, so it is bad at dodging projectiles. We shoot our projectile, and because our stat is higher than the enemy, this becomes a crit. On a crit, you deal the second damage value instead of the first one. So we deal 4 damage to Go Bruiser, and that's the check right there. So let me just go, let's loot this away. I could also just draw on this, but it's fine. You know, let's just draw on this instead, actually. I changed my mind. There you go. We're gonna just do like, 4 is good enough, I think. Maxi, what happens when you want to delete that later? You make a fair point, other Maxi. We'll make it red instead. There you go. There you go, look at that. 4 out of 20 is gone on Go Bruiser. And after dealing damage, we check if there is an on-hit trigger. Our on-hit is the foe gains the stuck tag. Whoop! I'm gonna just put a big ol' stuck on his face right there. He has that. I think it's literally going to come into play literally right now. And that's it. There's actually another trigger there, but it's not in the demo right now, so wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you want to know, Weather Boy? Alright, so once again we followed all the steps. And we dealt damage to our opponent. We dealt critical damage, which always stuns. Even though Knuckle Sandwich has armor, critical damage always stuns, so Go Bruiser has been stunned. Go Bruiser's turn does not resolve. Go Bruiser keeps the mud/stuck trigger, and the round ends. We begin back at the top of the initiative. Orange, you're up. A, B, C, or D, Orange. Please keep in mind that Go Bruiser has a 2 out of 4 chance of doing Knuckle Sandwich, and a 50% chance of doing Jab. Wow, Guile's theme is playing right now. How fitting. How fitting. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to do a thing. The very last thing you do is you do a hype check. The Satamon that is closest to the center tile gains 1 hype. Last turn it was Go Bruiser, so Go Bruiser gets 1 hype, by the way. And now we just continue as normal. Maxi, what is hype used for? We'll get there. I mean, like, it's down here, but you can't read that. What about Bull Rush? Bull Rush sounds good to me. So Bull Rush it is. Let's grab our little picked icon over here and drag it over here. Boom. Orange has picked Bull Rush. So let's resolve the rest of this turn as normal. You have picked your move. Now the opponent gets to do their move. Against the computer, you have to roll a d4. A 1. Okay. Let's see how this pays off for Orange. We add 1 more. We add 1 more. Go Bruiser is currently at 3 out of 8, so there's boop, 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 right there. 3 is still Knuckle Sandwich, so he's going in with a 1 banger, you're going in with a 3 banger. 3 does in fact beat 1. Lucilla controlled by Orange, Lucilla with a little orange on its head gets to go first. And we resolve the move as normal. So first and foremost, Bull Rush is a range of 1, but what is this? There's a startup. Masterfully played there, Orange. Lucilla gets to move 2 spaces forward. Boop, boop. And now we check. Is the opponent 1 tile away? You know it. There is no elemental check, so we just do Crush versus Defense. Or Crush of D is tied with our opponent's defense. We do not deal critical damage, we just deal the first number, which is a 4. We deal 4 damage. There's no roll behind that. You just literally just deal the damage and move on. If I can get there. There we go. This reminds me of Monster Rancher. Should get the port of that. Rush down, baby. That's right. Go Bruiser is almost 10 HP down. And that's it. That's all Bull Rush does. Again, the normal moves, the beginner moves, oh, the captions are broken. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know that the captions are broken. Not in the middle of me talking. Maxi, these captions sure are an awful lot of trouble, aren't they? I know. But like a part of me is like, I think they're good to have, but maybe I'll do a poll on the Discord and see if people even care for them. Nonetheless, you come up and you hit him. You hit him for normal damage. I want to make that very clear. Your reckoning is here, Orange. You hit Gobrucer with normal damage. Knuckle Sandwich is a move with armor, which means he cannot be stunned by just normal damage. So Gobrucer's turn is still on, baby. So we resolve Gobrucer's turn as normal. First off, we do the range check. I mean, we do startup first. Forward 1. Forward moves you 1 space towards the opponent. Gobrucer is already attached to the opponent, so we don't actually move him forward. There is a keyword for going over the opponent. It's called jump. There are no moves in this demo that have that, but you will see it in Bapple. Bapple has that. So we're back to the startup forward 1, easy. We check, is Lucilla within range? Sadly, it is. It is a range of 1. We check Crush versus Defense. I believe it is our D versus D. It is, in fact, a tie. We deal regular damage. That is a 5-banger. Lucilla has lost 1/4 of its health in 1 hit. And on hit, it pushes Lucilla back 2 spaces. With both players having resolved their moves, we do the hype check. And who's the closest? Who's the closest? It is Gobrucer. Gobrucer gains 1 hype. Did I move you? I moved you slightly. Oh my god. I wish you could just lock things to a grid, but whatever, it's fine. And then we're back to the initiative order. Dallas is up to you. Dallas. I wonder if it's possible to run through the whole demo perfect. I think it might be possible. So I was telling Kitty that we're interested, or Kitty was telling me. Kitty came up with the idea of having like a challenge mode, where essentially it's almost like a score attack, where you want to see if you can defeat a Sadamon by taking the least amount of damage. Again. Oh, masterful gambit, Dallas. So Dallas has decided to pick Mudball. And so we have picked our move. Let's see what the enemy does this time. 2 takes us up to 5. Ooh. Yeah. Now this is the counterplay we like to say. So who gets to go first? Our opponent is doing jab. Jab is the fastest type of move of the game. It's called a poke. The faster a move comes out, the less likely it is to have a startup, because you're not starting up nothing. You just go. So Gobrucer gets to go first, or Gobrucer's 5 beats our 3, so Gobrucer goes first. But here's the rub: going first isn't always good. People have told me this many times. Gobrucer checks. There's no startup for jab. It checks ranges. It misses. He goes. Button mashing AI can't even do bad AlphaGo versus Lee Sedol play. There you go. So Gobrucer misses, and because it misses, it deals no damage, and it has no on-hit effects. Its turn is over. That's it for Gobrucer. Because Lucilla didn't take damage, Lucilla's turn resolves as normal. Mudball has a startup of moving back 1. Lucilla is already at the edge of the wall. There are no wall breaks in this game, by the way. There are moves that deal more damage if the opponent couldn't be pushed the full distance, but this is really not that. So Lucilla, because you're already in as backed away as you can, you ignore the startup. We do the range check. Is our opponent 2-3 tiles away? Yes, it is. We have already done this check before, and our opponent is not weak to dust, but we do know that our D Crush defeats the D- evasion, so we deal critical damage. That is 4 more pips of damage against Gobrucer. There you go, 4 pips of damage against Gobrucer. And on hit, the foe gains stuck. It already has stuck, so you can't gain it multiple times. Some status effects, like the one Bapple will introduce, has an effect if you would reapply it, but this one doesn't. So mud is just, you know, Gabrusa just has more mud on his face. Or really, it's the same amount. It's just fresh mud, okay? Listen, don't worry about it. And that's it. Both Sadamon have done their turn. Gabrusa is unfortunately the one closest to the center. So it gains one more hype. Poison would be nasty. I think I wouldn't let poison get, you know, I think it would make sense to have like a poison hurt mechanic where you take 1 damage at the start of the round, maybe. But letting it at scale, like it's like toxic counters in D&D, absolutely not. Or plague counters, I forget what they're called. Gabrusa has mud on his face, a big disgrace. It's so true. So we're back at the top of the initiative. I think you're up orange if you're down. If there are no trees for you to cut right now, you're up to bat. Unless someone else would like to get a turn. Also, Maxi, Gabrusa's got a lot of hype. Maxi, when is Gabrusa gonna use the hype? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think Dale might be playing some games in the background, but you know, I don't know, if Dale feels like picking a move, Dale can pick a move. Otherwise, it's up to orange. Hi, Erasmo, welcome in.
Welcome back.
How you doing? I'm doing pretty well myself. The weather's pretty cool today, but I'm still gonna turn on the AC. Roll a D4 or Erasmo? I mean, like, it is Orange's turn, though. Perhaps we can do it after Orange goes. Alright, Orange, you're up to bat. Do you mean... Oh boy. Information that should not have been supplied to me. We mudball. Alright, let's mudball it up. A part of me is like, I should let Orange review the enemy game plan because I'm kind of covering it, but it's too late. You know what? Actually, you know what, Orange? Orange, how about I let you re-review the Gabrusa's plan, by the way? Gabrusa will do its finisher on 8. We're currently on 5. I want to let you re-review your plans, by the way. There we go. So, mathematically speaking, there's a 1 in 4 chance of another jab, a 1 in 4 chance of knuckle sandwich, or a 50% chance of its finishing move, Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder! Oh, captions. And the captions have broken again. Delightful. More time for Sir Orange to decide what they're going to do. Alright, how about this? There we go. So I know for a fact that Bull Rush is a bad idea as well. It could be a bad idea. So one of the things that I found really interesting about running this game multiple times is that after you do the first round, you kind of like memorize the matchups for your movesets. So you're like, okay, like I know that I will do 3 damage if I do this. I know that I will do 2 damage before I do, because if I do this, because your stats are like set in stone, right? You know, Gabrusa's defense is evasion is D-, so our projectile attacks like Mudball will always do critical. It will always stun it. Against a real life blood and flesh player, they will. I mean, I feel like a player like that would be like, okay, then I can't get myself in range of the range attacks because I'm gonna just keep getting stunned back and forth. It's interesting. Like, I remember, like, you know, I was running the demo by Kitty last time, and Kitty was like, you know, like, after the first round, you just kind of like learn, you know, you're like, okay, well, this is safe to do, this is not safe to do. Nonetheless, Michael, I believe you said earlier, you said Mudball. Are you still committed to Mudball, Michael? I think so. Mudball it is! It stays on here. No range 1 finisher for me. Well, let's see what Gobruiser rolls. Alright, Gobruiser, send it. A 1! Huh? We're filthy sonars here? It's always been filthy sonar. Dude, I can't believe you made the 25% chance, by the way. Holy crap. So because it's a 6, Gobruiser is doing jab again. So jab, again, stop me if you've seen this one before. Jab just completely misses. It absolutely 1000% misses. Mudball gets to go next. Our opponent is in range. We deal critical damage of 4. We deal critical damage of 4. And that's it. Now, who gets the hype this turn? It is Gobruiser one more time. It's really funny because the second time Kitty ran through this demo, Kitty had like full hype the whole time. It's so funny. It's so funny. Also, Gobruiser hasn't moved from its starting position. That's so funny. Nonetheless, we're back at the top of the round. Dallas, it's you! Dallas, here's the game plan, by the way. We're gonna roll a d4. There is a 1 in 4 chance that it's Knuckle Sandwich, which is a move 1 hit. I will remind you because I'm acting in the best benefits of the viewers. Gobruiser has the mud effect on. Mud makes it so that the next time you would move, you move 1 space less. So Knuckle Sandwich would actually not, you know, it would not move because it's a -1. Perhaps it's time for us to talk about Rolling Thunder, actually. Rolling Thunder is Gobruiser's finishing move. It always wraps up with that. It is a range 1 bolt move, so it will crit Lucilla no matter what. And on startup, it moves forward 2. And if the user moved the full distance, this move gains +1/+1. So it could hit for 6 damage. Mudball again just to finish. Yeah. It could do it. It could do it. I think we outspeed. Perhaps. Mayhaps you outspeed. Alright. Dallas has chosen Mudball. Dallas has chosen to stay in the corner throwing fireballs, which is perfectly fine, by the way. I'm not gonna have the victory symbol be a slice of cheese like it is in Street Fighter 3 Third Impact. So, you picked Mudball. Let's see what Gobruiser rolls. Please, for the love of God, roll 2 or higher, please, Gobruiser. I beg you. 2! Yeah! Okay. Perfect. Gobruiser has reached the end of its game plan. Let's talk about what happens now. When an NPC reaches the end of its game plan, it will spend as much hype as it can, gaining the following effects. Gobruiser doesn't have 5 hype, so instead it will spend 2 hype. Can I just recolor you, by the way? Boop, there you go. Gobruiser spends 2 hype to give its next move +1 priority.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which means that Gobruiser's Rolling Thunder goes from being a 3 to being a 4. Go Bruiser gets to go first. Go Bruiser gets to go first. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, we're done for. We're done for. Actually, turns out a choice you made a little while ago proves you beneficial right now. You're right. It is forward 1, not 2 because of the mud. You're correct. Go Bruiser is supposed to move forward 2, but because of the mud, it only moves forward once. It loses the mud. And now we do the rest of it. It range 1. Unfortunately, Go Bruiser's ultimate misses. So with that, Lucilla gets to resolve the rest of its turn. It didn't take damage. Let's run through this game one more time. Startup, we don't back up anymore. Range check is our opponent 2 tiles away. You know it. We already know that Crush versus Ava is a critical hit. So we deal 4 damage, and that's it. And that's it. Good job. That is round 1. You have defeated Go Bruiser for the first time. Each fight is in fact 2 rounds. Let's reset all of these bozos. Dallas says, I want to pretend that I knew that would work. We have already cheesed the system. I do want to, I'm actually going to take a screenshot. I'm taking a screenshot for myself for reference. I love again, like, my biggest fear is that someone will play this fight and not take any damage. I think it's funnier if you take damage and learn something from this. So what gets reset between rounds? Hype does not reset, and neither does the game plan of the enemy. Thankfully, Go Bruiser got to 8, so it will effectively be reset, but that doesn't matter for now. I made a stunt counter, but I freaking haven't used it. I probably should use the stun counter more. Nonetheless, our combatants reset to their starting positions. All right, rounds. That's right. You have to do 2 rounds. You have to defeat the opponent twice in a row. Well, not in a row. It's best out of 2 rounds every single time. Why? Because I think it's more dramatically appropriate. Also because you just fought an enemy, and now you have a chance to apply what you have learned and feel even better, or get stomped to all hell. So we're at the start of the round. Dallas went last. So Orange, you're up to bat. Orange, how would you like to start this turn? Please note that Go Bruiser does in fact have 2 hype, and Go Bruiser's game plan is currently at 8 out of 8. So it will reset to 0, and we will roll the d4 as normal. The opponent's game plan loops between this. Think of it as the opponent's combo list. Actually, while I'm waiting for Orange, we finally get to use the other moves. I mean, like, you know, they have their, you know, like, it's funny because when I ran this through Kitty used Stone Club Swing and Uppercut the most. It was really funny. Kitty did not get to use Mud Ball at all when I ran it by Kitty. So I'm enjoying seeing people playing Lucilla differently. I'm gonna zoom in on the move so you can see what they do while I keep yapping. Has it already been an hour of streaming? Holy crap. Too much fun. Yeah, we'll probably run through the rest of this fight. I'm thinking of Stone Club to start, but that forward 1. Yo! Hi, Chippy! Hello, friendo. How you doing?
Welcome back.
Love you, friendo. I'm running the demo for Sadamon. The party was able to overcome the first round against Go Bruiser. Should Chip get a move in? Perhaps. If Chippy, you know, because I know that my good friend Chippy, is a multitasker. Chippy likes to do art while working on, or likes to watch the stream while working on commissions and stuff. Yeah, Chippy's in resting mode. See, I I know my friend Chippy. But, you know, if Chippy feels like just, you know, throwing a command every once in a while, Chippy can just do that too. We go Stone Club. Let's go. Okay, so Apple has Orange. Orange has chosen Stone Club Swing, and so we begin. I really don't have an explanation. I don't know why I said Apple. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't know why I said Apple. My wires are just crossed, man. You know, my wires are just star-crossed lovers. Ever think about that? Cancelled? I deserve that. So, again, we have picked our move. It is now time to check out the enemy's game plan. We know that Go Bruiser is going to effectively reset. So let's see where we're at. 1. Oh my god, please stop. Just stop. There we go. Surprise, Go Bruiser is going to do... I was probably thinking of Bapple. Perhaps. That's a good way to go. Yeah. Thank you for saving me with that, by the way. I appreciate that. So 1 is Knuckle Sandwich. Freaking big surprise, huh? Big surprise. Let me just adjust the screen. There we go. So, Stone Club Swing is priority 2, which outspeeds Knuckle Sandwich speed of 1. Agreeable Apple Fan 34. There you go. I should make that fake account. I made a fake account for Blurpy Disposition. I could make a fake account. I realized I think Blurty made a new video. I gotta comment on that video as Mischievous Mole. M Mole, by the way. Not if I make it first. There you go. So Stone Club Swing. Stone Club Swing goes first because it's a priority 2 move. And now, so we go in order. Does it have a startup? It does not. Stone Club Swing, though, has the italics passive of anti-armor, which means that if the opponent's move has armor, it doesn't. It actually doesn't. So we do the checks in order. First, we check for range. Our range is 1 to 2. Go Bruiser is in fact in range of the attack. We know that Go Bruiser is not weak versus dust. Knuckle Sandwich has armor, but because we have anti-armor, it negates it. Normally, Knuckle Sandwich gets to keep going even if it didn't receive crit damage. But this time, it's getting stunned. Stun gaming. There you go. There you go. We're stunning and gaming. So again, foes within range, easy peasy lemon squeezy. It is Crush versus Defense. Crush D, Defense of D. We do not. Yo, hi Ronnie. Hello, friend. How you doing today?
Hey, boy.
I keep getting stun locked. So because we didn't deal critical damage, we deal the first number. We deal 3 damage. So let's deal 3 damage to Go Bruiser. Go Bruiser, you have taken 3 damage, son. There you go. And after we hit the enemy, we check the on hit. Push 1. Go Bruiser has been pushed 1 back. You've been stunned by a smooth criminal. Go Bruiser took damage from a regular attack. That means you got stunned, son. And because Go Bruiser got stunned, its turn does not resolve. We are at the end of the turn. Who is closest to the hype space? It is Lucilla. Congratulations, Lucilla. You have gained yourself 1 hype. It is time for you to learn the mysteries of hype. So here's the way hype works. Ignore this very much clear incorrect line. You can spend 1 hype to active tag. You switch to a different Satamon and they do a move. You're playing with 1 Satamon, so ignore that. You can spend 2 bars to do a rapid strike, which gives you +1 priority. You can spend 2 bars for a single strike, which gives you +2/+2 damage. Or you can spend all units of hype to gain both effects at once in one turn. It's a bar of hype bars. Yeah, okay. So I will say, please please ignore the wording. Just go with the vibe of the game, okay? Just go with the vibe. All names are subject to change, okay? I'm actually thinking of representing hype with just stars. So, you know, there's an idea there. Nonetheless, so, you know, once we have more than 2, or once we have 2 or more, we can, you know, we can worry about, I will ask players if they want to do stuff, by the way. Do CPUs spend rapid strike first? They always do rapid strike first. It could be something that I could customize in the fighting style, but for now, they spend that first. If they have 2 hype, they will go for a fast move first. That's the I feel like that's probably the best course of action. Nonetheless, we are at the top of the initiative order. Dallas, you're up to bat. Unless I know Ronnie's dying from the heat, so you know Ronnie doesn't have to play if they don't want to. Someone is pulling fire moves on me. Oh, there you go. That's what it is. You forgot the commands again. You want to? The commands haven't worked in forever, actually. I disabled them because we kept getting new people trying to spam them. We kept getting, yeah. I guess you could do exclamation mark redeem space the command, perhaps. Like me? I mean, like, not really. Not really. There's redeem bonk. That should get me if it works. It might not work. Nonetheless, we're at the top of the initiative. I think it is Dallas's time. Though this is usually the time when Dallas goes lurky lurk. So I'll give it a second. If anybody else would like... Oh, Stone Club! Dallas is still here. Perfect. Dallas is going for Stone Club. That is number 2. I already have the counter on it. So let's do it. Now, listen, Dallas picked Stone Club. We're moving on. So we have picked our move. It is still Stone Club. Let's see what our opponent is going to do. We roll for the enemy's AI. A 3 takes us to a 4 total. It is still Knuckle Sandwich. So let's resolve things in order. Knuckle Sandwich is speed 1. We are speed 2. We get to go first. Unfortunately, we have whiffed. We do a range check. 1, 2. Our opponent is not in range. We don't check nothing. We don't check damage. We don't have on hits. That is our turn. Go Bruiser's turn gets to resolve. First off, Go Bruiser's Knuckle Sandwich is a startup of forward 1. You know, Bull Rush could have been an option. That I do want to make it clear that if you had Bull Rushed, you will probably... sorry, I've run this demo way too many times. If you Bull Rush here, you deal damage, but then Knuckle Sandwich deals damage back to you. So, Go Bruiser has moved 1 forward, and then we do a check. Range 1, there is no opponent in range 1. The move whiffs. Nobody passes go, nobody collects 200. Now we go over to the hype check. Both combatants are equidistant from the center tile, which means they both get hype. Maxi, say the line, Maxi. I'm okay with both fighters getting hype in this case because I want you both to kill each other. Dallas says this was kind of a pass. It was. We're back at the top of the initiative. Orange, it's you. Orange is speaking of Orange making choices. Orange. You could Stone Club. You could Stone Club it here. I mean, like, you know. It's a 50-50% chance of jab. 25% Knuckle Sandwich. 25% finisher. Maxi, doesn't that mean that there is 150% possibilities, Maxi? It's true. The chances of having fun is 150% when it comes to playing Sadamon. This has been approved by the FDA. You could Stone Club Steve Austin. Bull Rush would be funny. Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, I do have to say, we do in fact have additional hype. So we have enough hype now that when you select your move, you can select to gain +2/+2 damage or +1 priority. Now, I do have to say, I'm going to do a little bit of backseating here. It's a 50-50 chance that the opponent uses jab, which will miss. Jab will 1000% miss. That being said, the other moves have a high chance of still punishing the player, so there's the rub right there. Also, orange is entirely on you. You can decide whether you want to spend hype or not. More damage or more speed or priority. That is up to you to decide, orange. And now I shall take one last sip of my... Oh, what's that? Stone Club? Will that be a hyped up club or just a regular club? And that's the coffee, baby. You know what? Do I know what? Send it. Damn it! Let's go. That's what I like. That's what I like. Okay, so we're sending it. Hi, Kendra. Welcome in. I will force Kendra to play the game though. All my other friends, they can make excuses. Kendra, I will force Kendra to play this game. All right, so we have picked a +2/+2 Stone Club. Let's check what our opponent does. Ultimate what? Oh, this is drama. This is drama. This is cinema. I'll play the Befriender mod. No, I'm afraid that you're not allowed to. Go Bruiser is launching its finishing move, Rolling Thunder, with +1 priority as part of its finishing move. Oh, this is gonna get funky, by the way. Okay, so his Stone Club swing is priority 2. Rolling Thunder is priority 4. Rolling Thunder gets to go first. Oh, baby. Rolling Thunder gets to go first. Go Bruiser. Start up. Forward 2. Yo, hi Hime. Hello. How you doing today? Yo, I can't believe you made it. I heard you were getting ready to go back to school. Oh crap. Mods, put your guns down. Hime's a teacher. Just ban someone for revealing they were underage in chat. It's Hime! Singing in my classroom, Lamau? Dude, no way. Not with the speakers on, I hope not. Yeah, Hime's a teacher, by the way. I don't have any guns. There's a joke here. I saw the post going around that they're banning ninja swords in the UK, and I'm like, I didn't know ninjas were such a problem. I left my gun at the lab. Cheapy, you didn't. Cheapy? Checking their pockets? Wait, did I leave my gun in my other pair of pants? Algebra, there, let's go. Hell yeah. So unfortunately, as Dallas pointed out, yes, Go Bruiser does in fact beat right now. So Go Bruiser gets to go first. So Go Bruiser did its finishing move with +1 priority. It goes first, so we get to resolve it. Go Bruiser has a startup of forward 2, so it moves forward 2. It can only do 1. Orange says I should have Mud Ball. So I do want to say it, by the way, for the sake of transparency, Go Bruiser was going to spend 2 hype to get a +1 priority, which would have made it 4. Mud Ball would have still gotten it countered. So, you know. There is one additional option that players have that I have not told you to not mind flood you, but we'll get there. I guess I know Dallas. Dallas is running the numbers in their head, being like, okay, so what was the right move to make here? And in a second, I will tell you. I will explain why the quote from the movie War Games, sometimes the only way to win is to not play, makes an awful lot of sense. But first, we have to resolve this turn, okay? So Gabruiser is up in your face, and then we resolve the rest of it. Is the opponent in Rage 1? It is! Oh no. Oh no, that's bad for Lucilla. Now, first we check element. Is Lucilla weak to Bolt? It is. That means that we skip the rest of the check and it takes critical damage, which is 5 in this case. So we're gonna grab the first 5 blocks. We're gonna turn them red to indicate that Lucilla has taken 5 damage. And there's no other effects on here. We took critical damage, so our character becomes stunned. Our turn does not resolve, even if I know that we spent 2 hype to get a big money, big bonus, but that's life, baby. So we're stunned. Our turn does not resolve. We're at the end of the round of the turn order. Who is closest to the center tile? It is Gabruiser. Gabruiser gains 1 hype by being closest to the spotlight. And now we are at the top of the initiative. Please let me clear my throat. I think I would like. I'm gonna force Kendra. By the way, to decide what happens next. So there is one additional move. I haven't explained yet how you physically decide what move you're going to use in combat, because there's a cool, very interesting mechanic that I came up with and I designed, and I don't want to tell you what it is yet, but let's just say that this mechanism allows you to make a 5th choice. Instead of picking any of your 4 moves, you can instead spend your turn moving back 1 or forward 1. That is always an option that you have. Ronnie says, the Lucilla face, sir, have you heard of private personal space? That's an option you always have. I didn't tell you about it because I didn't want to mind flood you, but you can in fact choose to just move forward or backwards 1. Because much like in fighting games, sometimes the only way to not get hit is just literally to just step back. Otherwise, there's ways to get stuck. You got it. You got it. So we're back to priority. Kendra, you gotta go back to forward. Yeah, there you go. Kendra, could you please pick a letter, A, B, C, and or D, please? Maxi, should we really let Kendra decide? Of course. I mean, I know Kendra's gonna make it a high priority to pick one of these letters. Now, Maxi, you know Kendra. What's Kendra gonna say? Kendra's gonna be like, well, what do the letters mean? At which point I'll just, D! They shut these. You asshole. You absolute asshole. I love you, Kendra. I love you. Never change, buddy. Never change. I mean, except do change. Except get on T, by the way. Alright, Kendra has picked Bull Rush. So, Dallas says, regardless, we're getting a knuckle sandwich. Yeah, see, now you get it. Get on T, coward. There you go. Bullied / ratio / now you're on T. So we have picked Bull Rush. Let's see what our opponent does. It is, in fact, knuckle sandwich, by the way. It is, in fact, a good old knuckle sandwich. So we resolve the turns now in order. Knuckle sandwich is speed priority 1. Bull Rush, picked by Kendra, is priority 3. So we get to go first. Our move has a startup of forward 2, but we're already as forward as we could be. We're up in each other's business. You think it's my shorts? Kendra, I mean, you did pick, like... Didn't you pick the shorts that were like, you know, my ass is fine? You think you died and went to heaven by how fine my ass is? Yeah, I believe your shorts read, if I remember correctly, they said, damn, this ass is so fine, you would think I just watched a Showa-era Godzilla movie. I don't really know why it says that, but they do say that. So Bull Rush, range 1, startup of forward 2, we're already in there. Our opponent is in range. Crush versus defense, it is D versus D, it's a tie. We deal 4 damage to Go Bruiser, done, easy peasy lemon squeezy. The game runs a little bit faster when I'm not constantly making jab at my friend Kendra. And there's nothing else. Bull Rush is a move to getting you close towards the enemy. We're already close towards the enemy. We dealt normal damage to our opponent, which does not stun because Knuckle Sandwich has armor. So, Go Bruiser. Yo, Cade, Neo Icon. Don't you think I didn't see you and your Neo Icon, Cade, by the way? Cade spotted Neo Icon. Knuckle Sandwich has a startup of forward 1. We're already stuck together. It is range 1. We are within range 1. It is Crush versus Defense. D versus D deals regular damage. It is 5 damage Renos right to the face. We are at half health. If you do not want to go to round 3, you will want to defeat Go Bruiser. Instead of doing the art that I should do, I made a new Fugi? Hell yeah. Oh wow, Kate made a new Fugi? I wonder why. I wonder if it is perhaps because Kate and I will be doing some streaming together while Kate is recovering. I wonder if perhaps that is the case, perhaps. We'll see, mayhaps. We deal 5 damage, there is, on hit, push 2. Lucilla gets pushed 1, ow, and, you know, it can be pushed further. Lucilla's in the corner. Both Sadamon have done their turns. It is now time to see who gets the hype. It is the one closest to the spotlight, which is also known as the center stage, which is in fact Go Bruiser. Go Bruiser gains 1 more hype, sitting at 3 out of 5. We're back to the top of the initiative order. Who picked last? I think Dallas gets to go next, unless any of our other chatters would like to make some choices on what happens in this combat. Otherwise, I will put it up to Orange, I believe. No, it's it's Dallas. Dallas isn't gone. It is Dallas's turn, right? And I did ask earlier, but I think Kate's doing. Yeah, I know. Kate's making art. Yeah, if Kate wanted to turn if Kate wanted to do turns, Kate would have told me when I asked people to raise their hands. So you have to trust. You have to trust in the process. Dallas goes next with Stone Club Swing. Let's send it. The picked move is Stone Club Swing. Let's see what Go Bruiser does with the game plan of punching, then punching some more. A 2 banger still leaves us in Knuckle Sandwich territory. So, you know what? Actually, what if I do this? There you go. Now you kind of can tell like who picked what, huh? No worries, Kate. I gotcha. The Sadamon are in fact having fun. I mean, like, look at this guy. He's having fun. Fellas priorities. Knuckle Sandwich is a priority of 1. Stone Club Swing is 2. He gets to go first. There is no startup, no nothing. Stone Club Swing checks for range 1/2. Go Bruiser is in range. It is not weak to dust. We check Crush versus Defense, which we have checked before over the course of this fight is not a crit, it is just a regular hit. It takes 3 damage. We're now equally matched in remaining health, by the way. Stone Club Swing has the effect of, or has the passive of being anti-armor, so it stuns Go Bruiser for dealing damage, and on hit, we push him back 1. Boop. Go Bruiser is stunned, its turn does not resolve. And we're back to the top of the initiative order. Who is closest to the spotlight? It is still Go Bruiser. Go Bruiser gains 1 hype. It is the top of the initiative. I believe it is time for Orange. Orange, you're back up to bat. Here is the Go Bruiser's game plan, by the way. It's funny, I feel like Orange was literally in this position last time. It's a 50-50 chance for jab, 25% knuckle sandwich, 25% rolling thunder, which would be a +1 priority rolling thunder. Orange says, if I bull rush again and he unleashes the finisher, I quit. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? It is in fact 25%, but don't never tell me the odds. That's why we Hadouken instead. Do it, Orange. Also, hi, hello. Hi, Hans. How you doing? Don't say what are the odds. That's a death flag. It's so true. You know what? Top 10 death flags. Someone telling you their sad, tragic backstory. Someone telling you what their life's goal is. Moi cocaine. All right, so you're going for the bull rush. Are you doing bull rush, Orange? Is that the plan? I want confirmation before I commit. Moi cocaine. Yes, send it. Okay, all right. Let's see, fellas. I'm swimming in for this. What will Go Bruiser do? Well, it's not the finisher. It's actually, in fact, it's the best possible thing that could have happened. Okay. So let's resolve this one step at a time. Go Bruiser has picked jab as its move. We resolve the turn in order. Jab goes first because it's priority 5. It has no startup. It targets the range 1. There's nothing there. Go Bruiser whiffs and misses. I believe those two are the exact same thing. Don't ask me. I have never once swung a bat in my life. I wouldn't know. We didn't really play baseball in Mexico. I wouldn't really know. Go Bruiser misses. Then Bull Rush resolves as normal. The startup is forward 2. Holy crap. Lucilla moves forward 2 spaces. Dude, this is gonna be Evo moment 38. Just watch this, okay? Range 1. Go Bruiser is within range, by the way. It is Crush versus Defense. We know that's just a regular hit. It deals 4 damage. It deals 4 damage, and that's the end of this round. A whiff and a miss is semantically the same, but emotionally different. How dare you, Kendra? Oh yeah, I forgot about the latest quote, actually, yeah. So when you search for a quote and there isn't a quote that fits it, you get the latest quote, which is my wife's "The Force Awakened in my balls." I believe that Kitty said that yesterday. Could you perhaps it is a quote, Michael? Oh, Dale and I were both in the exact same mental space. All right, so we are wait, hold up. Yeah. Go Bruiser miss with jab. We are at the end of the turn. We move the counters back on over the table. Who gets hype? It is Lucilla gets hype because Lucilla is under the spotlight. It is the center tile. Imagine there's a little spotlight in the center. Okay, just imagine it's like there. You know, it's like a little like circle here, and then there's the light right there. Okay, imagine that. I do want to say, if you would like your fortune for the day, just type !! quote in chat. Time for a Shoryuken. I believe it is... We're back to Kendra's turn, actually. Dale, your fortune for the day is 636. What is silly about Herlock Sholmes? My dyslexia fixed that name. Herlock Sholmes is pretty funny. I believe Dallas's fortune for the day is 85. I'm okay with you guys watching me sneeze. Kendra, your fortune for the day is women only want me for my massive bread. Hans, your fortune for the day is 1032. Every day I wake up, I give Jeff Bezos a little wet kiss on his big fucking bald head. God damn it, I forgot about that quote. Ronnie, your fortune for the day is... Do you ever just wake up thinking about panda liberation? Back-to-back Blakesworth quotes, by the way. Okay, I believe... Oh no, okay. I have to figure out the order. I do think that Orange's quote got swallowed up by the abyss. Yes. Which means that, Hime's fortune is 343. Court jester contract benefits. It's true. It's so true. Chippy, your fortune for the day is 617. Keep Yajong to yourself, yo nasty. That one's pretty good. Hans specifically wants a Hans quote. I remain quoteless. You remain among the accursed. Hans got a Hans quote. 1078. What if I want to see them preggers? They said what?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hans is a national treasure? Why did Hans say that? Alright, anyways, we have absolutely lost them. Kendra, please give me a letter between A, B, C, and D, please. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wouldn't you want to do a tactical decision now before you lose the turn again? No. Kendra said B, by the way. What is Chippy asked for a Chippy quote and got quote 326. You can't even get pregnant in the game. It's so Christian. That's pretty good. What's quote number 69? I think it's something dumb. I'm pretty sure it's something dumb. Yeah. There's actually a classic. I still do this. Quote 69, I should not be Googling this raw. Yeah. I still do that sometimes on stream. I really shouldn't be Googling things raw on stream. Thankfully, I have this now. So, like, you know, now I can Google things raw on stream safely now. I can just press this button on my stream deck. And you can't see what I'm doing no more. I could be Googling anything. Okay, so, let's finish this fight, and I have a couple of, like, hilarious anecdotes from yesterday, but let's finish this fight. What did Kendra pick, by the way? B, okay. B's nuts. There's a boob round in horror trivia. Kendra, can you please explain, what happened to you yesterday while I do this turn? So, Kendra has decided to go for move B, the stone club. Let's see what Go Bruiser does. Boop. 4. Oh, it's ultimate time. Oh no, it's a bad day to be Kendra, fellas. Go Bruiser has decided to go for a finishing move. It's a finishing move +2. It hasn't been able to do a finishing move +5 yet, but that's fine. Guys who are so dead? No, you're a little dead. You're not so dead. So let me resolve this real quickly. Rolling Thunder gets to go with a priority of 4, which definitely goes faster than your Stone Club. You are within range. You get critical damage because you're weak to bolt. You take 5 damage to the face. You're down to 5 HP. You're down to 5 HP. This is really coming down to the wire. I know you're thinking, well, Maxi, perhaps it would be better if we didn't have... It wasn't like 3 different heads piloting the character. Yeah, perhaps. But that's life. We got stunned. Our turn does not resolve. We don't have armor. That's it. We're back to the middle of it, to the end of the turn. Who gets hype? We do. Because we're in the center. We're back to the top of the initiative. I believe it is Dallas's turn. Dallas, if you're still in chat, what would you like to do, Dallas? The opponent has 6 life. We have 5 life. 2 hype. You may spend 2 hype to give +1 priority or +2/+2 damage. Go. Power Strike Uppercut. Ooh, spicy. Okay, all right. So Dallas is spending 2 hype to do uppercut. Uppercut +2/+2. Let's freaking go. Now, we know what Go Bruiser is gonna do because it always does Knuckle Sandwich in 1 through 4, and the D4 can only go up to 4. But we still do our due diligence. It is funny because this one time he rolled a 4, so he skipped through the entirety of like the predictable period in the fight. That's so interesting. All right, so let's resolve this turn as normal. Our opponent picked Knuckle Sandwich. We picked Uppercut. Uppercut goes before Knuckle Sandwich with a priority of 4. Is our opponent in range? It is. Crush versus Recovery. D versus Recovery. It is in fact a tie. We deal normal damage, but we get +2/+2, so we go from 3 to 5. I know, very advanced mathematics on today's stream. We have dealt 5 damage to him, leaving him with just 1 HP remaining, by the way. Go Bruiser is sitting on 1 HP, fellas. And on hit, we push 1. We dealt regular damage. Oh, we did the regular damage. Knuckle Sandwich has armor, so Knuckle Sandwich gets to resolve. Thankfully for you, wait, no! Oh no, fellas. I have bad news. Ripped from the jaws of victory. Go Bruiser's turn resolves. It has the startup of forward 1. Oh no. Go Bruiser comes back. It is Crush versus Defense. It is D versus D. It does regular damage, but it does 5 damage, which is exactly what we have left. Oh baby. It is push 2. Go Bruiser takes round 2. It's now time for all the marbles, fellas. I got confused by movement phases. You're good. I mean, the truth is that, like, perhaps a bull rush would have gotten you there. Perhaps, but I mean, there's no way to know. The math is, the luck. Luck is half of the decision process, really. Should we go for a 3rd turn or just call it for now? What does Chad want to do? You guys want to resolve this fight by going to the 3rd round? Should have had Dale on standby. Oh, about the trivia. That's so funny. I'm probably gonna take a break. That's fair. We could jump back into the signing. Because I do want to say that I might have allocated enough time for like 2 rounds today on stream. We could call it here. I feel like y'all got a pretty good impression of how the combat system works. And again, like, once you're running it by yourself, it runs a lot faster. I was walking it pretty slowly so that everybody could follow what was going on, doing range checks and like marking things on the screen. Orange says, I'm so sad, I'm going to proceed start my one page. There you go. And there we go. Let's call it here for now, because I would like to design some of the other fights that will be available in the game, now that you have an idea for how the game works. I think the plan, it's also getting kind of hot here in California. Let me check if the AC is like... The AC is good, man. The AC is ACing. So the one thing I hate about streaming during the summer is that the stream runs right until things start to get really heated. So little by little, I'm getting cooked over here in my office. So I'm thinking, that's why I like to do like dailies for like the last 30 minutes, because I'm like, you know, I don't have to really think. Oh, Kate, that's so, I'm so jelly, Kate. I'm so jelly. Like the worst part, like straight up the worst part is that Kitty and I, the office and our room are sun facing. It's so bad. It's so bad. Like our room and office are always like 10 degrees hotter than the rest of the house because the sun is right in our face. And I'm just saying, the other person in the house has the room opposite that is always in the shade, and they're like, well, I don't see what the problem is. Man, everything's pretty cool on my side of the house. And I'm like, shut up! We have a sun-facing house, okay? It's always hot on this side of the house. Anyways. And that's that. Thank you for coming to the demonstration, to the demo of combat in Sadamon. This will be one of the many fights that will be available in the combat demo. Releasing when it's ready. Soonish, I would hope. But no promises. I said no promises. Oh, hell yeah. No, Kitty and I have fully committed to physical media now, by the way. I'm gonna put this slideshow. Maxi, the slideshow is on. Are you Googling stuff raw, Maxi? No, I have to bring up my other layout. Everything here is safe to show you. Let me just do Command P. No, Control P. Workspace. Load my workspace layout, by the way, please. There we go. And now I can put chat back up here. And actually, I should do a quick little Control P. That's right. Did I ever tell you what my superpower is, by the way? You can actually see this. What I'm talking about, by the way, is that Control P brings up the command system in Obsidian, so you can like control everything from here. Like toggling the ribbon. I hate this damn thing. I'm so happy I can just toggle the ribbon by doing that. I can also, you know, the other cool thing is that you can save workspaces. So, you know, for instance, you know, we're doing this right now. And if I do Control P, load workspace, you know, it loads the workspace that we were using last time. It's neat. You can toggle it? Orange, how did you not know that? I like it, but I'm a clicker. I'm a clicker, baby. So why don't you cookie me? I forget what we were talking about with Plague, but the other day Plague was like, yeah, it's one of them cookie clicker games, and that tickled me. Speaking of being tickled, Kendra said something earlier and I wanted to talk about it, but then I forgot. Perhaps the joke and/or the bid will come back to me later. By the way, I want to remind you that this stream is supported by viewers just like you. If you haven't already, please consider leaving a like on this video. It helps a lot. And you can also support the stream by going to coffee.com/mkirin. These things help a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and there's all the emojis are broken again. That's an awful lot of emojis, by the way. That really is an awful lot of emojis. So over here, can I please get the move archetypes, please? There, thank you. Yeah, all the smiling faces, man, puts me in a bad place. Stop, everyone, stop doing the smiley face. Makes me feel like everyone is conspiring against me. Everyone's got a plan. If you're happy and you know it. Alright, so let's just literally take it from the top. The next encounter in the game is Bapple. So I have a stream document right here. Let's begin with Bapple, the little guy with fire. That Bapple's on fire. That Bapple's on fire. Fire. The Maxi brain rot iceberg. I mean, there really is, you know, my brain rot. You know, the thing about my brain rot is like it's right here on my soundboard.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Bird up.
I'd let her kill me.
Wait, I got an epic dragon, mommy?
This is why I don't respect streamers.
Nothing cools off a hot girl like an arboretum.
Excuse me? Ronnie says in chat, the guy who did the Burger King foot lettuce passed away. Holy crap. That's really funny. That's I mean, not that he's dead, but just like, you know, a person that we know from just 3 seconds on the internet. That's interesting. You know, that's the strange thing about living in a post-internet world, I guess. I mean, a world post the start of the internet. Because one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna get a text from Plakesworth being like, Maxi. And then I'll be like, yes? What's up? And then Blake's gonna be like, Maxi, you won't believe this. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm sleeping, what's the matter? It's gonna be like, Maxi. The nostalgia critic is dead. And it's gonna be an interesting morning. It's gonna be an interesting morning. You know, if you were known for one meme, would you want it to be on your headstone? Kendra says, do you want my chronically online news? Because I have a funny one. You know what, Kendra? You know, every dog has its day. And every T-boy gets to derail the stream once. Go. Give me your chronically online news for today. While I play with my fidget toy. Go. Singer Katy Perry and former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau are seemingly dating. What? These words should mean nothing to me. Isn't Katy Perry married to Orlando Bloom? They broke up? Why do we know this shit? Not as of 1 month ago. Why do we know this stuff, man? Why do I know that? Why do these names mean anything to me, man? Interesting. That's. I mean, I asked for it. You know. They're like, well, Maxi, you asked for it, and I did. I literally said, Kendra, please. And then I extended my arms as though T-posing to assert my dominance, and then Kendra just hit me with a big old blast of the internet is very silly. Maxi, were you about to do that song from Avenue Q, Maxi? Did your brain default to say the internet is for blank, and you thought of singing Avenue Q, Maxi? No, never. See you later, Orange. Hey, stay orangey, people. Hey, you got it. Hey, take care, Michael. Thank you for helping today. You know what? I got a farm fresh orange for you, by the way. A delicious farm fresh orange. All for you, Michael. Alright, that map was on fire. Alright. So, who is Bapple? Bapple is this little guy. I keep redesigning him. Someday I will decide what he looks like. Not today. I don't even have a PNG of what he looks like now. Really? I'm gonna put his old drawing on here because I don't have anything else to put on here. How big is this drawing? 26 kilobytes. I can live with that. I can live with that. Can I resize you? I can't resize you. Am I not allowed to resize images on this platform? What if I did this instead then? That's better a little bit. Everything is pistachio now? Do you guys think there's a pistachio conspiracy going on? I will always say that, like... Excuse me? Oh, look. We were literally talking about the Dubai chocolate the other day. The internet is a silly, disturbing place. Nonetheless. Do we need a timer? I don't think I need a timer because we're literally only gonna work for the next 44 minutes. And let's be honest, it's stream work, so I'll interrupt the work to do a joke here and there. Now Kendra asks, why are they selling me this product so violently? Oh, I started deciding you yesterday. Well, then let's finish deciding you right now. That's easy. Here are the notes from yesterday. Maybe I'll just delete this image, man. It's taking too much space. Delete this row, please. Thank you. Above is the plan for this fighting style. As per the work on that stream. Now for the moves. Chat, I am not hungry. Are you sure about that? Coffee ice cream scoop, can lunch be? I like it. I like it when Kendra regresses to like cave Kendra voice. I like it, it's fun. Yes, Kendra, you can have, you know, can lunch in fact be coffee ice cream scoop? This is fine. Just this one time. Now for the moves. Ooga booga, do I men like ooga? Thank you. You know, Kendra, I'll be honest with you. I love you, friendo. I love you more than anything. There we go. Let's immortalize that quote, by the way. And that is now quote 1123. 1123. Ooga booga, do I men like ooga? I could put that on a shirt. Dale asked for a quote and got a quote 937. 2 pyramid heads, only in Ohio. Alright, now for the moves as per the previous stream. I forgot that Hans is also and I say this with all the love in the world, by the way, also a Binding of Isaac degenerate like me and Kendra. I'm actually really happy that I got off of the Binding of Isaac when I did, because now whenever people are talking about the Binding of Isaac, I have no freaking clue what's going on. I finally beat Jack on level 5 on Brotato. Kendra, you don't have to beat everyone at level 5. I didn't, and I moved on. Ah, you're pre-repentance. I am pre-repentance. I mean, like, I barely did, like, the Afterbirth Plus stuff, man. I think I only beat Hush, like, once. Kendra says, yes, I do. Well, isn't that nice, Maxi? You don't know the horror that is Jacob and Esau? I don't, you're right. I'm gonna use the different highlight system that I have on now that I have available now, thanks to this add-on that Ronnie showed me. Although actually maybe you shouldn't worry about that. The emoji are scaring me now. No. And you're laughing? And no one's laughing. Alright, so the 3 moves that we have for my good friend here. My good friend, this little guy, this little Bapple. Burning Ball, Explosive Landing, and Sonic Blast. Sonic Blast is in fact, and put the beginner emoji in there. There we go. I mean, like, I guess I could just put the test tube on here, and then that just tells you, boom, there you go. It's a freaking explosive move, huh? Just me looking for ways to make the syntax easier to read. That sounds god awful, Hans. I was thinking though, speaking of god awful, I was thinking of playing Dark Souls 1 on stream. I just, you know, I think about her. Dark Souls 1. I think about her. I think about her every night and day. I do still have Bloodborne. I'll get back to Bloodborne eventually. Kendra said, I once beat Mega Satan with loss. I had to ponder my life. Lay on the grass, look at my 401k. That's so funny. You gotta beat Ornstein and Smell. Yeah, I could. Burning Ball. Did they fix the loss? The Lost? You know what? This is not the time for me to be discussing Binding of Isaac bug fixes. I'm moving onwards. So Burning Ball. I feel like I need to write down what kind of move this is. Just put this is a fireball. Thank you. This is a dive, I think. And Sonic Blast is just a straight up. This is just a throw, I think. Yeah, it's a throw. So Burning Ball is our startup kind of a range move. I think it would be interesting to differentiate this from Mud Ball. Hey, it's Ferret Lord. Hi, Ferret. How you doing today?
Welcome back.
We're now moving back to the sign. We did do quite a bit of playtesting earlier. Please look forward to, you know, the VOD for that. Nonetheless, I do want to say one more time, shoutouts to Orange, by the way, for introducing me to Excalidraw. Very good. Very good. So, Burning Ball hits 2 to 3 tiles away. It's a fireball. Makes sense for me. I think in order to make this move interesting, we're going to remove the downside of the startup being back 1. And on hit, yeah, and we were thinking of an effect where if the opponent gains the status effect twice, they take damage essentially. Hell yeah, Dale. Hell yeah, Dale. And hell yeah, Cade. I'm sorry to hear that, but please take care. Please take care. On hit, foe gains volatile. There's probably a better word for this. Let's go to good old the thesaurus. Volatile, dangerous, explosive, volatile. Capricious. Oh yes, capricious. This is definitely a better word. Erratic, fickle, no, unstable. It would be a little weird to be like, haha, you're now unstable. And I'm like, I already was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Effervescent. Oh yeah, definitely. What about dangerous? What about explosive? What's a synonym for explosive? Hazardous. Unstable. What, dynamite? No. Powder is interesting. I gotta come up with a better name for this stat. Combustion? Perhaps. Foe gains volatile. Foe gains. I mean, powder is kind of funny as like an impression of like gunpowder. Maybe it is just volatile. Unstable feels kind of like terrible. Perhaps maybe just volatile. Big ouchie, there's an idea. The first time user gains volatile, it does nothing. No. If user would gain volatile while already having it, user takes 2 damage and loses volatile. There you go. So you want to apply it twice. I'm okay with that. Let's just go with this for now. It's probably as good as it's gonna get. And this move, the other move, Explosive Landing, has the exact same effect. So Explosive Landing is a dive move. Dive moves have the added benefit. Oh, hot damn. See, that's the problem with multiplayer games, man. Han says, I bought Night Rain 2 months ago and I only did 2 rounds. It's kind of a multiplayer game. It's not meant to be single player. It's a game. I mean this with all the kindness in the world. It's a game for people who have like a gaming group. I don't have a gaming group like that. You know, it's like you have to synchronize schedules, and synchronizing adult people's schedules is the worst thing in the world. So like, you know. That being said, I'm looking forward to the blood dusk, the dusk bloods or whatever. The bloods of the dusk. They added duos lately. That's fun. That's fun. You guys plan something? Ronnie, me asleep? Yeah, that's also part of the problem. Me play an online game with randos? Never. Absolutely not. I am too old. I have gone past the point in my life where I'm okay with letting random people decide whether I have a good time or a bad time. depends. Today's direct was actually kind of butts. I'm not gonna lie. The best part about today's direct is that I got to make it this. I got to make this meme. There you go. This was the best part of today's direct. I got to make this joke, and it kind of popped off on Blue Sky, so that's all I needed. The Legend of Elliot, yeah, which is set in Philadelphia. Welcome to the world of Punwabia. I mean Philadelphia. I think I saved the screenshot of what it's actually called. I didn't. Okay. I have to say, welcome to Maxi Reacts to the Nintendo Direct, by the way. They definitely opened with the best possible game they could have opened with, which was Monhun Stories 3. It is actually called The Legend of Elliot, The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales or whatever. Yeah, that was a Nintendo Direct this morning. It was a partner Direct. And I have to say, like, Square Enix, you can't announce the same kind of game twice at the end. No, absolutely not. And they announced this game, and I'm not saying that the voice actor did a bad job. I'm saying is that they should have probably cast someone else and or not used one of the translators to do the voiceover. Huh? I have to my eyes are all messed up. I can't believe it. The sitting at a bonfire game is $17? $15? What? Sorry, okay. They announced and released a game about you just lighting a bonfire. And I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you, okay? It looks like a 24-hour game jam game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry for being crude, but it looks like a game jam game. It looks unfinished. And you're telling me that they're selling it for $15? The Bonfire Simulator, yes. Kate asks, is it Direct worth watching? Not really. There really isn't anything good in there. Again, the funniest bit is that, like, when they're introducing this Elliot game, they're like, welcome to the land of Philabidia. And I'm like, did they just say Philadelphia? I think they said Philadelphia. I do also want to, I don't know. Was it an indie game? I don't know. This partner direct was Bandai Namco and Sega and Square Enix and Capcom, and I'm like, these guys are not indie. Damn, Hans, I know what you did, Hans. I just double checked, it's $15. That's crazy. That's crazy. They really do be doing that, huh? YouTube, Elliot, trailer, adventure, Millennium, whatever. The Adventures of Elliot, Millennium Tales, Nintendo. Let me find the exact shot so you can see the joke, by the way. There we go. Alright, here's the joke, by the way. So again, here's my edit. Here's the original, by the way.
This is Philadelphia.
Philadelphia, huh? Come on. Brother, you can't do this, man. You can't do this shit, man. I'm sorry. I don't know who thought that was a fucking good name for your setting.
This is Philadelphia.
I can't take it. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. In the jungle is where I spend most of my days. battling chickens and grinding for loot. Until I met some. I want to say the other word for a rooster, but perhaps I shouldn't. Philadelphia. Yep. Anyways, that was the best part of the direct, and it's not worth it. What else? Is it time for me to blow my nose? Perhaps it is. Los Engueriesos. There you go. There you go. They're releasing the Kiwami games, the Yakuza Kiwami games on Switch. And Kitty was like, the Yakuza games look interesting, but I just don't know where to start. And then I'm like, well, I guess you could, we could start with the Kiwami games, the remix of the first games. And then Kitty, and then I was like, well, actually, also there's also the Yakuza 0, which is the prequel. We could start with Yakuza 0, and then Kitty's like, see, this is the problem, Maxi. Say to the chariot, smell you later. There you go. Wait, sorry, I just had a violent thought, actually. Wait, hold up. Cade, tune back in, Cade. Okay, so there's one more line in this trailer that, like, it freaking got me so bad. They're introducing the characters for this game, right? It's like a 2.5D pixel Octopath Traveler style game, okay?
Danger is what adventurers do.
At his side is a fairy named Faye.
You can call me Faye. I'm a fairy.
Could they have picked a worst clip, by the way? It's like, at his side is Faye the fairy. Hi, I'm Faye. I'm a fairy. Is this your first trailer? Is this the first time you have cut a trailer? Have you never seen a trailer before? Have you never seen how to introduce anything ever before? Is this the first time? Just say he has a special companion or some shit, then cut to that. Yeah, Chippy's also correct. These games have so much freaking bloom, man. How about just letting me enjoy spending time with my friends, huh? Shaking the audience by the throat. Her name is Faye, and she's a fairy! Do you understand? I thought it would be Octopath again. No, but then the game after this is Octopath. So, like... It's also, I have to say, like, this is probably some producer's, like, passion project. Because, like, the trailer is like, dude, this game has 7 weapons in total. And I'm like... Okay? 7 weapons, huh? And I love that it's like, dude. Oh, you can see in the preview. Swords, dude. This game's got swords in it. Is this the first game you've ever played?
Quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from a...
We have swords? Bows? Holy crap. And then there's 7 total weapons? Holy crap. I can't believe it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop making fun of this game. This is a Nepo baby game. This definitely feels like some producer was like, no. See, gamers have never played a game like this. What if there was a fairy and her name was Faye? Huh? Ever think about that, huh? You know, it's like other games, they're like, you know, they named the fairy something practical, like her name is Navi because she's the navigator. But here, no, we like to do things differently. So why did you call me over, Maxi? I called you over for the Faye thing, actually. I wanted to show you the fairy thing. I knew you would appreciate it. I knew that you and I, we would shake hands going like, this is the stupidest thing. What if I want to play melee bow? Absolutely not. You can't just smack someone with a bow. It's just not done. Yeah, Ronnie's like, Maxi was like, you'll suffer with me, Cade. Yeah. I threw my hook at Cade and I dragged Cade towards me and I'm like, you are watching this with me. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The way that jump works. Actually, jump should always be forward, actually. There you go. The thing is, face design is super cute. Yeah, no, like, you know, the little leaf cup hat, it's cute. But the rest of it is just like, kind of derivative. Han says, I just hope they fired the dialogue and comedy writers of the previous Borderland. That's what everyone says about every previous Borderlands. The one I've been playing the Borderlands games since they came out, and the only consistent thing is that nobody likes the previous writers. And they are nostalgic for the one before that. I remember when 2 came out, people were like, finally. Different writers than 1. And then when 3 came out, they were like, 2 wasn't funny, but 3 is funny, and 1 was funny too. So now we're looping back around. I saw people saying that Borderlands 1 wasn't funny, but 2 was and 3 wasn't. So, you know, the wheel of fate keeps spinning ever onwards. That's just the internet babes. Yeah. Sorry. I combined Hans and Dale. Hans says, nah, Maxi, you're wrong. I like most of the Borderlands dialogue and comedy, but 3 was actually painful. I hope they make Boys Love 5. Dude, could you imagine if they finally... Actually, I think Mary is translating that, actually. Yeah, last time I checked with Mary was adding all the gayness to that. Mary was doing the rogue translator thing and making sure that Boys Love 5 was gay. Yeah, see, the funny thing is that in the Japanese version of Boys Love 5, the boys don't actually kiss. But, you know, for the American release, they have to really gay it up. I was not ready. Kendra says in chat, I'ma write the first straight BL. Oh, Kendra, congratulations, son. Little brother, there you go. I'm gonna add in parentheses Boys Love, just for reference. There you go. Chippy did say, and Chippy does know. Chippy said, Kendra, I'm so sorry. I already know of straight boys love. That's so funny. Damn, plot twist. No, Kendra, you should still do it, Kendra. Maxi's the only one believing in me. I am. Kendra, you should do this. You know what? Forget about whatever project you are working on. This is your project right now, okay? Today. Kendra, I want you to put in 1,000 words towards straight BL today, okay? Kate says, I gotta specify BL means boy love in case somebody thinks it stands for blow L chop. How dare you? What's Gaku in heaven? Is that heaven school? What is this? What is this vampire knight looking ass? I don't know, it looks gay. Let them kiss. Kate says Mark's make friends laugh off today's to-do list. It was really good. That really got me. See, the thing you need to know about me is that I don't if you are in my circle of friends and I trust you and I love you, I will read your comment without reading it. I will read it out loud before reading it. I will not pre-screen your message before reading it out loud. That's what I meant to say. If I had a brain. Which apparently I do not have a brain. I wonder if having +1 range just make it do less damage. You know what? The signer's note. This move gained +1 range in exchange of 1 push and 1 damage tier. There you go. Let's make it 2/3. There we go. Pre-screen this. Okay, so you know, Cade, I am very excited for you. I really am. And I have no nuts. There you go. I was gonna say something, but then I forgot. And then I'm like, actually, Cade, keep an eye on the mail. Not today, because we're just mailing it today, but let's just say that Kitty has mailed you a little care package filled with goodies. Get wrecked, bozo. Kendra says, I was gonna say nothing is stopping you today. No one can stop me. I mean, no one can stop me ever. I really did just assign this guy in one go, huh? Let's just enter the game plan and get out of here, okay? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh no, the pillow vest is really good. It really helped Kitty. You know, Kendra, there's one way to double check if the thing you believe is true or not. You could actually do research to learn whether it's true or not. Is it bad to sleep in a bra? It can cause irritation and chafing, which makes sense. Contrary to common rumors, sleeping in a bra does not impair blood circulation, cause breast cancer, or stunt breast growth. Cheapy says, you can also ask me and I'll lie to you on purpose. Kendra says, please stunt the breast growth. That's funny. Also, thank you for quoting that, Kate. I appreciate that. Thank you. Kendra says, Cheapy, tell me a joke, please. Oh, I'm ready. Sits down, gets bag of popcorn. Alright, so how should this little guy open with every single time? So my only issue is that if Bapple opens with Burning Ball, the only thing you have to do is just literally get one space closed. Now that I think about it, so let's grab you. You open with Burning Ball every single time. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Burning Ball being the starter. And then what? It's always the same. Kitty and I were talking about whether the other fights that are not group bruiser should have a 3 out of 4 chance to start with the same move, so that it's more surprising. Maybe we can do that for the harder fights, honestly. Let's just keep them in the same flow. Now, unleash the finisher. I guess the finisher will be explosive landing, I guess. That's the way to do it. So it is gonna be, I'm gonna put a little... You do, in fact, you don't have mix-up. That is the other thing. The signer's note. Dive is 3-4, yeah. I guess I could still give it a mix-up. Why not? What did Han say? Han says, Chippy, will she come back to me and let me see her kits? Absolutely, Hans. As for the joke, Chippy says, if you leave your brass out on hook, they will fly away depending on the seasonal migration. That is actually true. And I actually just looked it up. Kate says, also friend us, I'm off at 6:30 tonight if we want to hang out something or play board games. Dude! I actually think I would want to. Post in the secret Discord so that I can organize something. The signer's note. I'm gonna remove... No, you know what? Still leave it. Leave it. Kendra said, and I quote, Moby. That reads like a goddamn Italian brain rot character. If you can move past opponent, and if you do, their move misses. God damn it. Not Kendra referencing the Italian brain rot, by the way. Kendra's having a stroke. Freaking I wish. That's a joke, by the way. Strokes are a very serious medical condition to which we should really not make no light of. Except when Kendra's involved as part of the joke. I feel like we can all agree that, yeah, this is clearly a joke. We're not being serious about this nonetheless. Let me grab you. No, stop. Chimpanzini bananini. How fucking dare you? Kendra said, chat, should I have a stork? Yeah, Kendra's gonna get a stroke of good luck. That's what Kendra's gonna get. I don't want to have it be the exact same fighting style, actually, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do a classic switcheroo. You know, it only does this move like what, like a couple times. Let's try something like this, which is explosive landing 3, by the way. There you go. Cheapy says, you know, Cheapy GPT says, if you order a baby, you can steal the stork out of the sky with it if you are quick enough. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, Kate liked that joke, huh? I stammered like 10,000 times. I don't even think it's funny. I feel like... I straight up think that probably Cheapy was like, Maxi, shut the fuck up, Maxi. That's not funny. And honestly, Cheapy would be right. GPT? No. That's better. That's better. GP, great person, totally. Give him the whole... Give him the old yoink and sploink. Alright. Cade, could you please, quote, give him the old yoink and sploink if you can, please? I would appreciate that. Give him the old yoink and sploink ploink. Yoink and sploink them. Oh wow, the formatting doesn't do anything with a table, huh? Interesting. Are we done for tonight? I'm waiting for Kitty to show up. Kitty should already be here. Kendra, I mean this with all the love in the world. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not on TikTok. I haven't had TikTok installed in a year, by the way. Kate says, I don't think most of us are on TikTok because we love ourselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ronnie says, I fell for a bear AI video the other day. I wanted to hit my head. Oh no. I don't think bears should be allowed to use AI. I feel like that's especially above all things, you know. Was it on a trampoline? You said a bunny, Kendra? You know what? You know what? I don't want to know. I've decided whatever's going on TikTok, there's always stuff going on TikTok. I don't need to know. I straight up don't need to know. If people are full on grieving over being tricked by a video, they wouldn't have survived the Rickroll era, man. Am I done for today? Am I done with work? I feel like I'm done with work. Hey, we did a lot of playtesting today. So let's do dailies. First and foremost, please don't forget, if you haven't already, please leave a like on the stream. It helps a lot, and support me by going to coffee.com/mkirin. Thank you! Kendra, I hate to be the person who points out the obvious, but like, Blue Sky's algorithm is more based on like the people who follow you have to like share the content that you're posting. So, you know, like, if you're not tagging what you're posting and your followers don't engage with your content, yeah, it's not gonna get anywhere. So either A, engage more with the people you're posting on Blue Sky with, so they hopefully retweet your stuff, or also tag your posts. Yeah. See, Ronnie's like, I reblog your stuff. Yeah. What about Ronnie? What about Ronnie? What about today? Anyways. I'm gonna message Mr. Bisky. What's he gonna do? What do you want him to do? To like be like, oh shit, I didn't realize this whole time. Oh wow, chat got really big for a second. Kendra really saved one bullet just for Ronnie. It's crazy. I can't believe Kendra really thought shooting Ronnie would be okay, but you know, New York is a crazy place. Anyways, welcome to Dailies, fellas. The segment of the stream where we play games we can only play today. Today, we'll be beginning with Quartal, the game where we play 4 Wordles at once, because it's the only way I can feel anything anymore. We open with Rogue, followed by Saturn, followed by Blimp, because it's the only way to do this. N-O-A-G. S-L-T-E. It's not slate. Sleet? It is not sleet. I guess I would have known. As steel. Flint and steel. Can you take me hot to go? It's not. It can't be stale. Strep? No. What did Chippy say? Mr. Bisky sounds so much like Mr. Beast. No, Chippy, come back. I'm from the street. Style? Ooh, it could be Style, actually. It was Style. Who said it first?
Bingo!
I think it was Hans. Point goes to Hans today. Point goes to Hans today. No, don't ban Chippy. I like Chippy. Alright, 3 guesses, 3 words. We can do this. We have the keys to the kingdom. A-L-E-T. I must assume that it is valet. I think it must be this. It was.
Bingo!
Maxi, how did you know? I guessed. You know, Cade, you did mention Mr. Beast twice. What's next? 1, 2, 3, 4. Owali. Kendra, have you considered the name Owali? That's an option. Now, Maxi mentioned Mr. Beast. Oh, crap. Oh, it's absolutely Alloy. It is Alloy. Good call. Good call, Dale.
Bingo!
Kendra! Okay, Mott's ban Kendra. Mott's ban Kendra. Alright, it's Agony. It's Agony. Okay, it's Agony. Alright, congratulations, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Alright. 444, by the way. Alright, welcome to guessthegame.com, where we guessthegame.com. Can I guess this game by looking at this game? This is very dark. Open the computer, enhance computer. This looks like PlayStation 2 rendering. It's specifically the color palette and the way the textures look. This looks to me like a stealth game. The existence of this lip makes me think that you probably climb up something. I don't think is this Metal Gear 2? It could be Metal Gear 2. Let's go with Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. It is not. This is this Doom? Is this Quake? This is Unreal Tournament. Unreal Tournament 2003. It's not. It's a PC. That right. That's an upgrade. That's a upgrade right there. That's like an armor upgrade. This looks like an enemy base. It's a PC game with a Metacritic score of 85%. Ammo. It's an ammo box. This isn't a shooter. Is this Quake? Is this Quake 2? It is not Quake 2. It is FPS, stealth, and horror? Is this the original? Fear didn't look like this. This is not the original Fear. I don't think so, but I'm gonna send it. 2001. What is this? Fear isn't very stealthy, is it? It's gonna be like Colonial Marines for the 2001 multiplayer shooter with an 85 score on Metacritic. And ammo boxes. No, this is not Stalker. I guess I'll just have to guess Alien versus Predator. I actually think that was actually in... I think this was actually on PlayStation as well. It is an Alien versus... Oh my god, it's actually an Alien versus Predator game. Okay. Alright, Alien versus Predator. Let's go with Alien versus Predator. Wah, wah. It was Alien versus Predator 2. Yeah, that's that's Mr. Alien right there. Kendra, look, it's your boy. You love this guy. You love him. It's Kendra's boy. / girl. / gender's made up and the points don't matter. So this is a Mario Brothers game. It's a Mario Brothers game or a whimsical platformer. I am thinking, is this Kirby? Is this Kirby in the Forgotten Land? Kirby Fall Guys? Alternatively, this could be the new... This is Mario Kart World. This is Mario Kart World, by the way. Wait, Mario Kart? It's not here yet? Okay, so it must be... It must be, Mr. Alien and Mr. Predator are married? Yeah, they are. It's a bit of a toxic relationship, you know. Although it makes it sound that Alien versus Predator is some sort of like case. Like a court case. Perhaps one that Kendra would follow. Angry Pollo? Pollo? I'm gonna go with New Super Mario Brothers U or something. It's not. What is this? This looks so much like... Wait a minute. This is Animal Crossing? No, this is... No. That can't be, although that is clear... That isn't... These are Animal Crossing trees. No. Is this Smash Brothers? Could this be Smash Brothers? Yeah, wait. Is Kitty here? I didn't see Kitty in here. Oh, hello, Kitty. I'm stupid. It's not Smash. Are you sure about that? Oh, my wife is here. Hi, Kitty. Hello. How you doing today? Hello, Kitty? I don't think so. 88% score Metacritic? No, that's not. It's much better than this. This is Animal Crossing. Which Animal Crossing product is this? Animal Crossing. It's not New Leaf. It's not Happy Home Designer. Let's try Amiibo Festival just to guess. It is Mario Kart 8, god damn it. It was Mario Kart, by the way. Deluxe, by the way. There you go. The way that I knew it was Mario Kart from this shot, by the way. I knew it was Mario Kart from this shot. There you go. I mean, I would have known from this moment as well. And that I would have known there for sure. Angrier Pollo. Pollo. Alright, can I guess this game by looking at the rusted steel beam? This looks to me like the underside of a bridge. Or perhaps just a part of a bridge. This looks like a bridge. Red Dead 1. Let's put it in there. Red Dead Redemption. What the hell? It's just a this is a green torch. Heard of the Human Torch? Well, I skip one. God Hand? They put God Hand here? Holy crap! The way I just knew it was God Hand, by the way. I look at this and I'm like, that's God Hand, baby. Yeah, that's God Hand. Yeah. And then you see this guy. Kate says, I knew I recognized that beam. And then like here you go. Oh, they really picked this as the screenshot, by the way. Him spanking someone. Wow. Mr. Guess the Game. Mr. Guess the Game. Why? Gonna get this whole goddamn stream taken down. Alright, that's enough of you. Welcome to Bokadoku, where we do a Sudoku backwards, but it's Pokemon. Kitty says, you know why. Do I? Boo, get out of here. Get off the stage. Kendra says, let people be horny. It's the latter days. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I've lived through so many instances of people thinking that is the end of days. Get out of here. Unless you mean the Latter-day Saints, in which case also get out of here. Can learn Psychic, no evolution line, normal, legendary, and flying. No respect for goat people? Absolutely not. If you're a goat, you got better things to do. Go climb a mountain or something. Go produce milk or something. Goats think they're so good. A normal Pokemon that can learn Psychic. Normal guy that can learn Psychic. That's like every Gen 1 Pokemon. It's like Chansey. Normal Psychic? Oh. Normal Psychic Pokemon. It's probably a Psychic dog of some sort. Normal Psychic. Indeedy, thank you, my love. A normal Pokemon with no evolutionary line. What about Taurus? Ditto is normal, but it cannot learn any moves. It only has Transform. Oh, you were thinking for no evolutionary line. That makes sense, but it's fine. A legendary with no evolutionary line? As opposed to what? Okay, a legendary Pokemon, okay. Okay, Ho-Oh has no evolutionary line. A legendary Psychic Pokemon, how about Mewtwo? A legendary Pokemon that can learn Psychic, okay. That's like all of them. Name a Psychic one. What about Lugia? See, this is the Polycule right here. A flying Pokemon that can learn Psychic. I think Hisuian Braviary can learn Psychic. A flying Psychic Pokemon. That's Satu, baby! A flying Pokemon with no evolutionary line. Just flying, huh? Just flying? What about Tropius? My boy Tropius. And now a normal Pokemon who can learn Psychic. That's everyone. So let's go with Chansey. Every Gen 1 Pokemon can learn Psychic. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now for the main event. GameDuel.WTF. Can I guess the game by guessing the game? Let's dive right in. Cover art. This is Hitman. This is Hitman. By the way, this is Hitman. Hitman, let's go with Absolution. It's not Hitman. This is gonna be like Man with Guns. This is gonna be like the Killing Floor 69. Oh, they don't have the Killing Floor 2. Okay. This is like Black or something. That's COD? No way. That doesn't look COD enough. True Crime? Kendra says, games no one has played, yet a bald head everyone knows. Kendra, people have played Hitman. What are you talking about? Give me one skip. I legitimately don't know who you are. Is this Counter-Strike? Counter-Strike 2? Rescuer? I doubt it. True Crime? No way. Rainbow? Riambo? Rainbow Six Siege Vegas 2. Oh, it's ready or not? Okay. Alright. It's just like Gunman. The only reason why I know this game is because I see it on Steam sometimes. Kate says, I've never seen this game before in my life. Yeah. This is Smash Brothers 1, by the way. Smash Brothers Melee, forgive me. This is Smash Brothers Melee, forgive me. Wait, it's 3x4 resolution. The graphics do look to me... This is Melee. Yeah. I looked at the graphics, and these graphics are 1000% GameCube era graphics, by the way. There's a Starman next to Misty there, and then you have an Andros and a Meryl. I gotta work on this song, okay? I Miss Her, GameCube. Kendra says, a big YouTuber did an essay on Hitman, and I thought it was Neo until now. Kendra, you have to constantly question the reality you live in. This is the old monkey. This is the old monkey. This is Cranky Kong. This is Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong. Okay, alright.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's a Cranky Kong. By the way, canonically speaking, this is the original Donkey Kong that appeared in the arcade game, by the way. The Donkey Kong you play as in Donkey Kong Country, and from there on, is actually Donkey Kong Jr. from the NES games. Yeah, that's Cranky. He's now Cranky. He got old, but Mario didn't. Isn't that crazy? Can I guess a game by looking at its tags? Rose, Space, and Iconic. Okay, Rose? Space? Straight up cranking it? I was thinking FTL, actually. Bunkers, Mothership, and Bonus UFO? Oh, it's Space Invaders. Damn it, Ronnie's cracked. Cracked? Ronnie's cracked, by the way. Ronnie's got this. Kendra. Oh, yeah. No, that's fair. Kendra's like, that guy ripped off my boy. Bonus UFO should be Silent Hill. There you go. Can I guess a game by guessing the game? My wife is here, so I always open with Nier Replicant. One day I will spell it correctly. It is a game. It is not on the PS3, not role-playing or hack and slash. After 2010. And it is not only first person. And it's not just single player. And it's probably fantasy, science fiction, open world, or drama. I'm gonna act under the assumption that if it's not an RPG, it could be a platformer fantasy game. So let's name a platformer. Let's go with Hollow Knight. It's a side view video game that is action fantasy. Perfect. After 2017, an action fantasy side-scrolling game from after 2017. Fantasy action. Probably a Metroidvania, but it has to be a Metroidvania with a co-op element. Because it's not just single player. It's also... It's more than just platform or indie. I don't think Ender Lilies had co-op. Let's see. I mean, I guess we could do Ender Lilies. Just to get us closer to the time period. It was made on the Unreal Engine. It is... Okay, it's not role-playing. That makes sense. It's more recent than 2021. Okay. A side-scrolling game that you play cooperatively. I was gonna say Ender Lilies. Okay. It's super new. Okay, the game came out 4 years ago. Maybe like a Mario? But fantasy adventure? I mean, I guess it could be. Mario, it could be Mario Wonder. I mean, like, we haven't actually scouted for Nintendo. It takes 2 side screen? Ooh, no. What about Split Fiction, actually? Okay, so, it has to have a single player component. That's 3D. Okay, yeah, I messed up. So it's between 2022 and 2024. It is fantasy action. Kitty said a Mario game. It is on the Switch and perhaps the Switch too. Mario, let's go with Mario Wonder. It is a single player, multiplayer, cooperative game. Side screen, Unreal. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have been the Unreal Engine for Mario Wonder now that I think about it. It's 2024. This game came out last year. Give me one. Oh, and it's not on the Switch, just on the Switch. Okay. Let me take a sip of water. Turns out Kate is right. It is the game. Give me that one-time guess, by the way. Oh! It's an indie platform fighting game. Is it what? Is this a Rivals of Aether? Rivals of Aether 2? Yo, there we go.
Bingo!
The moment I saw fighting and indie, I'm like, oh, it's Rivals of Aether. Okay. This is a Smash-like platform fighting game. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh my god. 4 for 4, baby. Or I guess 5. What is the weekly guess the art, by the way? We have 10 minutes. It is highest marketing budget in video games. Video games notable for their exceptionally large marketing and promotional expenditures. Okay. Why not? Hans's budget Smash? That's mean. Damn. Hans, you don't have to make fun of people who enjoy Smash. They're already Smash enjoyers. Like, they're already the easiest to make fun of. What do you think this says? It's data soft something, right? Icon? Is it icon? No. It's clearly ON at the end. I guess I could just look things that end in ON at the end. Iron? It could be iron, but... That logo looks similar. So they spent a lot of money on this game. Could be anything though. It's not Kirin. It's not Cocoon. I don't think so. It could be Cocoon. Let's guess Cocoon for one. This is an old game. Okay, it's gonna be like the Wizard of So and So. Really seems like that kind of game. Devotion? I don't think so. It looks like an Iron Maiden logo. It does. It's like with music by AC/DC or something. Don't worry, fellas. We're halfway through the list, by the way. I'm only looking for short names. Ion Fury? No way. Kona? Klonoa? Maxi, this is a cheap way to do it, Maxi. Yeah, I know. It's not Pong. Get out of here. It's definitely Klonoa. Kitty, are you sure? I'll guess it if you think it's Klonoa. I'm joking. It's not Klonoa. I would recognize Klonoa out of a lineup. Oh, it's Tron. It's not Tron? Is this pinball? What is this? I can't die on the very first one, man. Let's start from the bottom. Saxon? It's gotta be Saxon. It's 100% Saxon. Yeah, there you go. Sega's Zaxxon from Datasoft. There you go. Back then, this is what games looked like, by the way. I looked at I saw the name and I'm like, it's gotta be Saxon. $3 million in marketing? Holy crap. This is Danky Kang, by the way. This is Danky Kang. That's Nintendo's Danky Kang, by the way. $3 million in marketing. This is the Aladdin game. Disney's Aladdin for the Super Nintendo and Sega. It was the Master System, huh? We used to be a society that hand-painted posters. $9 million in marketing? This is Resident Evil 2 remake? Yeah, okay, I saw that. $10 million in the marketing budget, okay. This is Star Fox 64. I mean, it was a launch title, so I guess like you want that money in there. $14 million. Oh my god. I believe this must be Nada, the Legend of Nada, by the way. Is the Legend of Yada Yada based on the Acclaim Seinfeld episode? Is this adjusted for inflation? You want to do that math yourself? 14 million in the budget, by the way, for this is the Lion King. Das Lion. This is just like popular game. Like, oh, okay, so this actually gets me. The example I was gonna say is that the only time I ever saw a video game advertisement that threw me off was that I lived in this small Californian town, and there was a billboard like 2 blocks down from where I lived, and it literally had a Left 4 Dead 1 poster, and I'm like, why did they put it here? Why would they put a Left 4 Dead 2 billboard in my small ass town? Did that make me play Left 4 Dead? No. I was already I went to Target and I bought it physically, alongside my physical copy of League of Legends. That's right. Don't you feel like a child now, huh? What are you? You're a Nintendo. You're in an NES game. It's not Tetris. That says up, by the way. Kendra says, Maxi, did this make me buy it? No. He bought it. How dare you? How dare you? Also, welcome back, Orange, by the way. Sonic Pinball? Is this Pinball? This can't be Kirby's Pinball Land? It's not. Ope Gangnam Style? What is this, man? What is this Nintendo game? Scope? Radar Scope. There you go. This image, it goes places, man. It goes. It's like the angles. The horizon line is going in 2 different directions. $19 million in the budget for marketing. It's Frogger. It's Frogger. It's Frogger. I would recognize this. By the way, this is what Kendra looks like when Kendra goes to work. By the way, this is a picture of this. This is a real picture of Kendra going to work. Kendra fucking killed me, man. Oh, Dreams, really? No, this is Nights into Dreams, by the way. Nights into Dreams, by the way. What are you? Oh, this is NBA Jam. NBA Jam. There you go. This is Mortal Kombat. It's Mortal Kombat 2. This is Alan Wake 3, by the way. This is Alan Wake 2. You think I wouldn't recognize Alan Wake, by the way? You think I wouldn't recognize that there's Alan? This is, by the way, this is a game by the company. Oh, it's not even fucking listed here. This company makes games that are name of protagonist and the thing they do. So, you know, it's Alan and he wakes up. Steve, yeah. And you're like, Maxi, they also made Control, Maxi. Yeah. She's a nameless woman because, you know, women are not allowed to have names in fiction, and she controls things. They also did Max Payne, you know? His name is Max, and he can't feel pain. This is Mortal Kombat. There you go. Damn it, it is 3! The way that I thought I would just slide it in and be like, ha 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 ha. It's... Excuse me? Who are you? Who's this? Who are you? Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. No? Give me my one-time clue, please. I don't want to die. Did I not type... I typed Mortal Kombat 1 by mistake. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a dumbass. It's just regular Mortal Kombat. Please, could we please stop naming games 1? Because they made Mortal Kombat and then they're like, yeah, you know, we've made a bunch. Let's go back to Mortal Kombat. We'll call it Mortal Kombat 1. I'm like, please stop. This is Sonic das Hedgehog. This is the original Sonic das Hedgehog. Sorry, this is Sonic das Hedgehog 2. There you go. $22 million in the budget, huh? Kendra played Frame, which is a guess the game but with movies. And Kendra, it was Kill Bill, but Kendra entered Bill. Or Kill Bill. What is this? This is an MMO, isn't it? This looks like an MMO. I think we're dead, by the way. I don't know what this is. This is an MMO. You play as like a guy. It looks like a Final Fantasy game. It's not. This kind of cool blue is an undead color. This is not Devil May Cry. Someone has a cloak. No one wears cloaks in Devil May Cry. Dante is not a gay necromancer, okay? Destiny is not Destiny, but we gotta get a guess in here, so put Destiny in there. It's that MMO. It's that MMO. Virgil does not wear a cloak. He wears a very, very long jacket. It's that MMO where you're like conquistadors or something. It's Lords of the Fallen. Okay. What did I tell you? This cool blue. This is the color of the undead. 24 million, and I didn't even know what game it is, dude. That's so fucking sad. This is Spider-Man 2. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. It's Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time. Kendra said $24 million wasted because I don't know what the hell that is. It's miles per hour. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, look. It's the Origami Killer. It's the Origami Killer. It's Heavy Ran. $30 million in advertising. That is ridiculous. It's the Origami Killer. This is Lost Planet. Let's go with Lost Planet 2. It's just the original Lost Planet, huh? Excuse me, oh, sorry. Lost Planet 1 Extreme Condition. There you go. Capcom made this game because they wanted to make a Monster Hunter for American players, and they made it bad. See you later, Kate. Have a lovely rest of your day. Lost Planet is kind of like Monster Hunter if it wasn't Monster Hunter. 31 million. That's so sad. This looks to me like it's like a man. This is a guy. This is a guy wearing a costume. See you later, Hans. This is a guy wearing a costume. It's like Flash Gordon something. It's like Flash Gordon. Adventures in Space. Michael says, wait, F-Zero? Is this F-Zero? It's Star Fox. Bold of you to assume that they would give millions of dollars. This is Star Fox, by the way. You freaking fools. You think they would give $33 million of budget to F-Zero? This is Donkey Kong Country, fellas. This is Donkey Kong Country. I'm gonna assume that it's 1 because Donkey Kong is in the cover. In the second one, they replace him because nothing gets. You can't be happy. You can't even be on the cover of your own game. We used to be a country. This is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I mean, it's not a bad piece of art. I just don't care about going into indigenous people's burial grounds and stealing their stuff for money. I don't really care for that. This is Donkey Kong. That's Donkey Kong, right? Is this Diddy Kong Racing? They spent $39 million on Diddy Kong? What did he spend that on? Bananas? What did Diddy Kong's... Anyone ever stop to consider how his name is Diddy? Isn't that strange? What did he do with all that money? Diddy? Diddy? If I can call you that. What did you do? The Diddy party, how dare you? 39. I believe this is Mario 64, by the way. Smart is Super Mario. Ah, mamma mia. There's still like 20 more items to go. This is Shenmue. This is Shenmue 3. This is Shenmue 1. It's the original Shenmue. See ya later, Kenny. Am I gonna keep going? Chat, should I keep going or should I just call it a day? Are y'all gone now? Oh, I don't know who this is. Oh, holy crap. Oh, it's over for us. I have no idea who this is. $43 million for Shenmue, by the way. Mass Effect? That's not a Mass Effect. That font is not Mass Effect. So we established that this blue is the blue of spirits, and there's like tendrils behind us. Oh, it's not Mass Effect 3. I don't think so. Immortal? Immortals of Aveum? Who are you? $45 million? Who are you? Dude, money down the drain, huh? What is this? This is a man with an armor suit. It's a big man. NV? As in like, what? Neverwinter? One hard nip? No other info. That is not his nip. That's not New Vegas, fellas. That's medieval. It's not this. Give me one skip. Give me one skip. This is this Warhammer? No. Total War Warhammer 2. It is not. Oh, we're so dead, by the way. This is literally just man. This is just man. Well, they're wearing Spartan helmets. Can I assume that it is Troy? Age of Empires? No way, that's not Age of Empires. God of War, Ghosts of Sparta. Give me one more skip and then we'll die. This could be anything, man. It's gonna be Age of Wonders. Age of Wonders. No. Age of Empires. The Age of Kings. This is not it. I'm pretty sure that's FNAF. Yeah, it's definitely FNAF. I guess it's time to die, fellas. It's time to die. Isn't this the fucking We're Under Fucking Attack game? Is this the We're Under Fucking Attack game? Oh my god. Everyone's favorite game, Game of War, Fire Age. Yeah. We're Under Fucking Attack. Alright, well fellas, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm done streaming for the week, but I promise you I'll go back to a consistent streaming schedule next week. I'm going to be working on the game and pushing stuff forward. Please look forward to that. 5 million power in the yeah, there you go. Yeah. And don't forget to use my coupon code Kirin at checkout to get 15% off your first subscription month to Game of War Fire Age. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Please take care and take care of each other. Leave a like. See you later. I'll be around. Take care. See you on the Discord. Bye-bye. Beep boop. Not Game of War, man.